How we doing, people? God damn. God damn.
Let it out. It's okay.
Ooh, man.
I feel you, bro.
Timmy,
Tell me.
please talk to the people.
Well, first
Whatever
of
you want.
all, obviously, thank you for having me here today to kind of support in the way that I can. To the chat, hello, how are you? What's doing? Thank you for being here. It's a very heavy, but yet much needed healing type of vibe we're going with today. So um, we know what's going on, and I think today we just need this release and to obviously this is a disclaimer to everyone, disclaimer. um this, we're going to be covering some obviously heavy topics, so for any of you who need a second, need to take a break, please do that. Take care of yourselves first. I might cry, I probably will, I already have, and I know I will some more, but if you need to cry, let it out. It's a good release. So just thank you all for being here today.
Thank you, Timmy. Thank you so much, Timmy. Thank you, Timmy,
I
for being
second
here.
that.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm sure everybody watched the interview with Alex, and he's a brave man, very brave man. And
Tremendous amount of courage.
and where do we go from here, Kevy Kev?
I mean, I mean, I can't. I mean, I just really can't believe, um, the past couple of days up until this point, um, the way he's been kind of depicted and shamed a bit. I mean, it takes a lot for someone that has lived with something traumatic in their life for 25 plus years and finally feel, you know, it's time for him to heal himself. And I think, this could be anyone, not just Alex, that needs, number one, someone to listen, someone to have, you know, some, you know, feelings that, will accept, you know, how he's, lived with this and hid from this, for him to be able to speak on it. It's really it's the start of healing for him, and there's gonna be some more steps ahead of him, but this is the first step. This is the first step.
Jay Bro.
I'm gonna pass the mic right now. I don't got no words, bro. After watching TB's interview, like, he's just a piece of shit.
If I can, I'll add to that if that's okay. Um, I think what we learned today is something that our society just doesn't really focus on much when it comes to abuse victims. It's that Alex is a man, and little boys sometimes don't get talked about as often, just like female predators, right? And for him to come out and say this and to speak truth to power, he opened up a door for a lot of people who have suffered in silence, men specifically. And I know that a lot of people, we know it's far too common, unfortunately, that this happens. But this is why we want to be cautious how we handle people who come out and speak. This is not something that is you lie about. You know what I mean? Like it, this. I mean, unless you're, I don't even want to think that those type of people exist. But the reality is that this is a very delicate topic that already carries an immense amount of shame and guilt that you just don't find a lot of people wanting to speak up for many reasons. And one of them is not being believed. And I really do have an immense amount of respect for Alex, his experience. And as Kev just so beautifully put, this is the beginning of healing for him. And I know that all of us here, including, the chat, for anyone who has been through this, you have my sincere apology. And that I hope that in hearing Alex's story, and it brings a little bit of closure to those who have suffered, and that you don't become afraid to speak up, even if it's just to let it out for yourself, and I hope that isn't the case. But like I said, just unfortunately, it's far too common. So that's what I have to say about that.
I just add to, I'm just beside myself, when I see, Alex up there, I don't see a big guy, a man. When he tells a story, all I picture is 10-year-old Alex. I do a series called DYS Untold. I always say I talk about the juveniles because it's the buy-in, right? How quick your life can flip upside down as a juvenile. If you don't buy in as a juvenile, how it affects your adult life. And I always stay focused there because the buy-in. If I would have just bought in, maybe I'd have been on a different path. I didn't buy in. I chose to play the game. When I look back at the system and the antics the system did to me, certain things they did to people like my man Jimmy T. Just, the stories, the mind games, 40-year-old men dropping 13-year-olds on their neck because they didn't say, "Can I step to the bathroom?" It's just not right. And that's how you lose a kid. Abuse. Obviously, I was never abused the way Alex was, but there was probably a lot of kids in there that were, and I didn't know that. And I didn't even think like that as a juvenile. I never had anxiety as a juvenile. I never thought that. I always thought my time was running out. I always thought that I was manic. I didn't even know time. I didn't even get it. I didn't ever think I was going to make it almost be clear to the fifth level of life. I didn't think that I was going to make, like, when I was 13. I just didn't even. I just thought, like, I don't even know what I thought, but I didn't think as deep, obviously, as I am today. When I sit back and I look at my inner self, the other one, the other Randy, little Randy, I'm like, holy shit. And then that's what I see when I see Alex. I see little Alex talking. I don't see a man for any gains. All these sub stories I keep hearing about who set what up, who set that up, who did this, who did that. What does it matter? You got the truth tonight. You wanted to hear it, and he said it. He's gonna lie about that? What, for what reason? Have you brought any reason to the table why he would be lying? Have we heard from the guy he's accusing? Have we heard from him? I've been in this game long enough, ladies and gentlemen, to know something very simple. When someone doesn't step up to an accusation such as crazy as that, and they don't speak on it. See, we spoke on it. I don't want to bring this in. I'm not even going to say it. You guys already know what I'm going to say. We don't like accusations, right? And no one should. When someone accuses you of something, you got to step right to it. And that's what he did. And the other person, well, excuse me, that's what tonight Alex did because they were accusing him of lying. And you don't believe his story still. You think it's a lie. You think he's just going to lie about that. I urge you not to look at Alex as the man. I urge you to look at it as Alex the kid. If you can get past that part, then maybe you too can understand how deep this really is. And I don't blame you because you believe in this guy. But maybe you should really think about that. No man's going to lie about that. Right. And the other guy, little Ralphie, he hasn't said a word. So this is tough. This is not a celebration of who's right and who's wrong. It's not. It's about that someone wanted to get this story out. And this has been going on for a long time. This has nothing to do with the names that keep being dropped. Meredith's, James Jackson, Randy Baldessari, Jay Brilliant, Kevin. This has nothing to do with us. This has everything to do with two people, Alex and Ray. Alex said his piece. Ray, that's it. Nothing else matters at this point. And and I feel bad, man. I feel really bad because this shouldn't be anything but what it is. A young boy, innocence was taken, right? And until allegedly, and I'll say allegedly, but until Correa speaks up to it, right, and tells us the reason why this particular man, Alex, could be lying, then we would have to assume, based on so many situations like this,
Actions are
that
louder than words.
yeah, we would have to assume that he's telling the truth, right? I mean, just in the public perception arena, we would have to assume that. And then there was a blog let out. I got a text message from my 19-year-old niece today. She said, Randy, Uncle Randy. I said, what? She said, do you know this person? And she sent me a screenshot. And it was some guy threatening her. Threatening her. Do you know Randy? Tell him if he ever comes to Lynn, he's dead. We're coming to get him. He's an informant, blah, 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 all this other shit. Informant what? What the fuck am I informing? First off, what am I like? Come on. Like, I'm on YouTube every day. What am I running a drug enterprise on top of it? Like, come on, stop it. The fuck are you saying? Doesn't even make sense. But see, your name being out there is not the problem. The problem is that chat that they cultivate and curate to come at my little 19-year-old niece. And then guess what? James Jackson hits me up and says, J.F.K, do you know this number? They hit James Jackson up, the same number, threatening us because he wants to put our name out. Now, cool. You guys think that's a win. The fact is, you guys put a blog out before interviewing this guy. Maybe if he would have just interviewed this guy prior to that blog, right, this could have came out. And I'm happy that you wrote that blog because maybe that's the reason why he said it. And I don't, like I said, it's not a celebration to me. This is not about who's right, who's wrong, competition, this, that. It's none of that. And I know you guys are going to flip it around and say it is, but it isn't. I've been behind the stage talking to Chimmy, this one and that one. I even, I don't know what to do. I never been in this situation. I know I'm not celebrating it off this man's pain, what he been through. All I can say is just, can we all learn from it? You want to talk to me?
Yeah, just to kind of lean off of that is that awareness is everything. without awareness, these secrets remain hidden, and this happens more often. And the point isn't about, like I had said this to you guys like yesterday or the day before. I don't want to live in a world where we don't believe people, where the first inclination is like they're a liar because they have a history of X, Y, and Z. Well, I'm pretty sure all of us have committed things or done things that we're not proud of, even if they weren't illegal, you know, based on our character. But people do have the potential to change, and people have a right to their autonomy, their story. The first thing that you do is not be accusatory and try to trip someone up because, sorry, they like made poor choices in their life. I mean, that's a direct consequence sometimes because you don't know how to process what's happened to you. So you act out. And it's not even just through theft. It's drugs, it's alcohol, it's food addiction. It's sometimes you yourself become the abuser and the cycle continues. And that's something that unfortunately we're learning a lot more now because it's becoming public knowledge with everything that's going on in the media. And I'm more inclined to believe people now and to think that Alex at 10 years old didn't have anyone to hold him in that moment to be like, I'm going to help you. I'm here for you. It's mortifying because I have a daughter and I don't want to even think that way or even manifest it in any capacity. But I don't want to know what I would be like. So it's learning to have an open space and an open heart and mind when people are sharing their most vulnerable moments and not coming for them in such a
Right.
harsh way is the start. Not
That was
everyone is a
horrible.
liar. Truly, like, this was yet another opportunity. And that's, I think, that it was missed. It was not handled appropriately, in my opinion. And
Can I
I
just say
know,
something to add to that?
sure,
He
please.
he he talked about how the aesthetic or whatever, the picture that when it happened on the James Jackson's birthday party, he talked about how that wasn't the right place. Well, now you have the right place. You got a suit on. It's one on one. He reacted. Your reaction was calling him a liar still. The guy just told you, I'm a victim of sexual abuse. And that's how you just totally think he's lying based on what? Based on an old criminal record, based on because you want to know if he talked to Meredith or if he didn't talk to Meredith, based on how he got a link, a StreamYard link. This been going on way before StreamYard even existed, you fucking rat.
Yeah. I mean, that's, I
You're
think,
you're
the,
let's be clear. You're a fucking rat, right? So this been going on way before that. All right? And that's what angers me because you know better than that. You got that much tunnel vision. That Adderall got you so fucked up that you can't look around. You just stuck. You're so worried about who did what and receipts and all that. You're so caught up in that that you didn't even see what was right in front of you. A victim was right in front of you. You didn't even see that. You fucking rat.
yeah. And I
And you're
mean,
sticking up and you're sticking up for little Ralphie from Dallas. You're sticking up for him, but you don't even
Still,
know that guy. You don't even know that guy. And you keep and I'm looking over at my phone because I have his live on, and he's still playing the old video. What's the old video got to do what you learned tonight? It doesn't make a difference who was on that video. It doesn't make a difference how James Jackson was acting. It doesn't make a difference if James Jackson was high as a kite. It doesn't make a difference if Kevy Kev smoked 10 cigarettes. JFK was rambling on. Jay Brill said 3 words. It doesn't make a difference what happened. You should just zone in on what happened tonight. But you're not. You're making excuses on why you came off the way you came off. You're still trying to fix that. You're trying to right that wrong. You fucked up. You're not a journalist. You wrote a blog and destroyed this man. Why don't you talk about how he got a CDL? See, we talked to him. Now, obviously, we don't know what happened. We didn't ask him them questions. We asked him enough to kind of get an idea of who he was as a man. But I'll tell you this: a man that has a CDL, that's not an easy thing, right? Kevy Kev?
Not at all.
That's a hard
Not at
test to
all.
pass.
You know,
He's out there in the truck. You
I'm out
want to
of
speak to
school
that, Kev?
too.
random. Yeah, I'll tell you, random. You know, random testing for sleep apnea. You know, you need to have your certifications in hydraulics and air brakes. I mean, let me tell you something. If he's driving big truck with the CDL, I mean, he's made some big steps, responsible steps. You know, and I want to touch on that because,
Please.
you know, I mean, what we seen tonight, and I did see the blog the other day, which, you know, was just, I mean, it seemed to just be directed to discredit and, you know, shame Alex, you know, for a criminal record. Now let's take it there. I mean, that was 8 years ago. You know, um, people change. You know, people work hard and they change their ways. Um, we're talking about this CDL. I mean, he has been able to put himself back in society and be accepted. That's a very hard thing for somebody with a criminal past that hasn't made any changes to be accepted back into. And I'll tell you, I mean, I give him the utmost respect just for that. And these steps that he's taken, this gentleman right here, Alex, I'm glad you're here with us.
Alex, yes. Thank
Hi,
you for being here.
how y'all doing?
How are you?
Good. Just taking it in. It's really a lot right now.
Yeah.
It's really a lot. But most definitely I'm gonna cover this up right here. This right here says victim.
Hmm.
These are all the other things. Child abuse. Inside of that, I'm not gonna give the numbers, but these are the reports. This is one report.
Hmm.
This is two reports from where all this went down. Not just in one area, but two areas. So yeah, I'm just taking this in. Like, I just want to let everybody know that you do have a voice. No matter how long, I, I, I I'm kind of messed up with myself that it took so long. But at the same time, I was scared. I was hurt. I was embarrassed. Like, I didn't know, but God put it on my heart to say that it was this time. It's most definitely time to go ahead because it's been a long time. Ain't no telling what he done did, how many kids from since I have never said nothing. But I'm gonna make sure I let everybody know to have a voice now. If you done been in this situation, if you done been through the things I've been through, that speak out. Let it be known. I know it might not feel right. I know you don't want to. I know you're scared. I know it's hard. It's very hard. And me 20 years later, 27 years later, finally build up the courage to finally just come out and speak on this is it's been uplifting. Like I was gonna die with this. Like I was so embarrassed, I was so hurt because it's not nothing to be proud of. But out in the streets, like I was stumped down, dude. Like I'm that guy. Like I'm not to be proud of, because that was the old me. I was a young man, and I was doing my thing. I was making a lot of money. A lot of people respected me. A lot of people loved me. So for me to come out now, kind of scary at the same time because as y'all see, I got the police report. So I don't know how far this is gonna go. I never dealt with the police. I don't know how this is gonna go. I don't know if they're gonna get my family involved. Like it's still scary at the same time because I don't know how it's going. Like I don't know how people will look at me now, even though I've been that gangster. I've been that stumped down. I've been that respected. I've been that loved. I've been that looked up on. Like, but at the same time, I feel like I'm putting it out there so people can feel comfortable, so
Mhm.
people could just let it be known. Like it took me 27 years later, but God put it on my heart to where I was searching, and I just came across this platform, and I was like, man, dang, that voice sounds familiar. Like, dang, I know that voice. I know that dude. I know him. I envy him so much that by the grace of God, I never ran across him when I was on that type of time. Like, because like I said, I probably would be here talking to y'all right now because it was so much anger,
Mhm.
so much just build up in me to where I don't know how I really reacted if I would have ever seen him. But I'm a changed man. I got two babies. Got an 18-year-old. I'm changed. I'm CDL. I'm providing for my family. I'm doing everything the right way now. So it's in me to just do things the right way. So in this, instead of me going what I want to do, take care of him how I want to take care of him, I'm gonna go by it the legal way.
Mhm.
I'd rather see him, suffer for it, go to jail, be an investigation. You've been up on your high horse, been I guess doing all these sports events, being in gyms and stuff. You don't need to deserve that. You don't need to be around no kids because I know the type of person you are. I know what you did to me, so I don't want that to happen to nobody else. So I think it was in my best interest to expose this whole situation because it's about me, it's about him, but it's really about the kids. I do not want no other kid to go through what I've been through. I do not. Like I said like I told him, like when I was in jail, I guess that was my trigger because I said when I was in jail, even in the world right now, like if I see somebody messing with a kid or any type of information about somebody messing with a kid, that might be my trigger because I was the, I if you come in my path, I'll beat your ass.
Mhm.
Like serious. Like I guess that was my trigger. Everybody had their different triggers. I guess that was my trigger. If I find that you play with kids or you do anything with kids, I most definitely take care of you. I take care. I try to beat you the best up. I'm talking about in any way possible, like to the ground. So I guess that was my trigger because it happened to me. I just can't pick other kids going through that. Like it's just been so much. Like it takes. I don't know. I just give myself credit because it's been so long. It's been really a long
I
time.
do. And let me tell you something, Alex. I'm gonna tell you, man. I give you the utmost respect for doing what you did. I mean, it's not an easy thing. Okay, people live with this like yourself for years and never say anything. and never say anything.
Yeah,
And
I wasn't gonna say anything. I was taking this to the grave
Yeah.
because the type of person I am, the the leadership I carry, the everybody like I said, it's a lot of people look up to me. Like not ain't just my kids, just people from the streets, people my family. I'm the go-to guy. So for me to come out with this is uh,
and I'm gonna tell you, I I mean, I feel so bad that you finally felt comfortable to, show your face to a public, presentation and speak on this.
hey, the crazy part is I would have still rolled with the story. Y'all forgive me for lying because that's embarrassing. That's
We
embarrassing.
don't
I
blame
understand.
you.
Like forgive
We
me,
don't blame you.
but that's embarrassing. I cannot tell people that I've been through this after so much people look up for me. That's just so embarrassing. So
Well, I mean, those people will understand.
yeah,
It's,
yeah,
it's
because
the pain.
said that it was the 10-year-old me. It's so many things that made me want to open up. And it was this one individual, I'm not gonna say the name, but it was one individual that actually looked at that first podcast when I came on. They I guess my emotions, the way I spoke, or something, I don't know. But that person said, "Hey man, I'm not trying to be rude, but are you the victim?" And that right there let me know that I just been seen.
Hmm.
Like I've been hiding all this time. Nobody never seen it because I covered it up so good. Because I put it in the back of my mind. Like I just just went forward toward life. And that one person let me know, hey man, I see you, bro. If that was you, it's okay to let me know. But I feel it was you. And and I said, hey, I guess that's the angel right there that let me know that I should speak my word. I
Hmm.
should let it be known because it's been 27 years. Nobody never seen it. Nobody never seen it. Like, I've been holding this in for so long. I've been holding this in for so long. Sometimes it'll pop up. Like I said, sometimes it'll pop up. I'm just gonna show this right here.
Yeah,
Y'all see that? I don't know if y'all see that, but that's a scar.
yeah,
Look at that. That's just across the main artery.
yeah.
Like people don't know how hard it is, how how much pain you go through, what you go through, what is like, what's triggers, what just out of nowhere you could just be chilling and something happened and you this thought just pop up in your mind after you try to put it behind for so many years. Like it's just a lot.
And look, we commend you for taking this opportunity to speak up because, like, I'm a Latin person, we're people of color, and in our communities, like you said, we keep these secrets hidden to the grave. It is already, you know, the difficulty that you have with just being different or whatever the case may be, the stereotypes that come with it. And people just automatically have their assumptions. And then within our own communities, there's so much silence and so much suffering that we don't get an opportunity to speak to that out of embarrassment, out of all of the things that you mentioned. And I truly give you so much credit because regardless of what anyone has to say, that's your lived experience. No one was there to discredit or take anything that you've been through or take it away from you because this is your story. And regardless of anything, it didn't matter how long it took for you to come out. This is a major release for you. or you don't have to carry this burden anymore because it was never yours to begin with. None of this was your fault. You were a child. And even though that happened and it shouldn't have, you as a father now know how to protect your own and know that it ends truly there and that your children will be in a different position. And sometimes that's a reality that, like, I'm a mom too. And like, there are things that I wish I didn't have to experience either. But, you know, knowing that my child doesn't have to go through that is enough for me to be like, all right, I took it so she doesn't have to. And that's love. And now the steps are moving forward and allowing things to fall as they may, knowing that I know you're a man of faith, that God takes the lead,
Yeah.
and you surrender to that and know that you're fully supported everywhere. And regardless of how things happened tonight, you have a community and a space behind you, no matter what, for anything. And if you need to talk, you need whatever it is, like this community, this chat is wonderful. And, you know, you handled yourself like a G. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Yes.
You sure did. I gonna lie.
Yeah,
You
100%.
really did. I mean, you really were like, you know, because I think that sometimes people, they don't have the understanding of, if you haven't gone through it yourself, or even if you don't have compassion for others in that respect, they don't really know how to handle a situation like this. And unfortunately, things went how they went, but you didn't allow for your past to be what defined you or negated your experience. And you handled that really, really great. Like, way better than I could have, because I probably would have thrown a couple of Spanish insults at a guy, but you know, that's neither here nor there. But you handled yourself. And, you know, like I said earlier to the guys, like, it's very rare for men to come out. Little boys kind of get lost in this conversation. And for you to bring light to that is important, because you don't know that in someone can come across this and be like, that was me too, you
My point,
know?
my point exactly. That's why I say everybody have a voice. If you've been through this, don't be scared to speak. Like I said, I just hated wait. I waited so long because, like I said, I don't tell him what he done did in between time. I just, just, just speak. Don't be scared. Like, don't be scared. Don't let them intimidate you. If you got a voice, you have a voice. Period. So let it be known.
I agree. And you did that. And good for you, truly. And, you know, we're all praying for you that this is the step forward in the right direction, which I know it will be, because look at you, you turned your whole life around, regardless of that. And you're providing for your family. You didn't have to become a statistic, which most people do because they don't know how to process what happened to them. And it unfortunately manifests in so many ways, right? So you took that and, yeah, you went through your things like anybody else. No one's perfect. Everyone has a story, but you didn't become a product of it. You rose above it. And that right there, oh, you're gonna make me cry too, but truly, that's inspirational. And look, I don't know you, but I feel you. And you're a soul just like me on this earth. And you did your damn thing. And
Thank
truly, 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 like, be 1 billion to a million, one brilliant, proud of yourself, because it's a lot, but you did it.
Yeah, it is a lot. It's a lot. It's been a lot. It's just I just want the children. My main focus is the children. It's all I think about is the children. I got 2 kids myself and an 18-year-old. I do not want them to go through nothing like this. And if I got to go through this process of pressing charges, So whatever I got to do to make sure that that person, who I know for sure need to be incarcerated or exposed, whatever it is, to let the world know to that is your kids are not safe around that person.
You're a very strong person, and I respect you so much, bro. You did a really tough thing, bro, and you held your own end on that show in that interview. Show that right there shows the type of person you are. You're a good man, bro.
Thank you.
It's not many that can do that. Trust when I tell you that it's not many that can hold their composure the way that you did. And 100% valid. Because you know what? I always think about all the kids that didn't live to make it and how, unfortunately, they're not here to tell that story and you survived. And that's, I think, the part that it's lost on people. It's just like we want to rationalize why someone moves the way that they do or why they didn't come out sooner. It's a personal choice, and that's also your personal journey. Like, no one has authority over how you choose to live your life or grieve or go through the things that you go through. That's a power that only you own. And you held that power high today. And, I know the chat is going like, everyone can, I don't know if you can feel the love. I know I feel the love, but
Yeah.
you're
And
truly loved and supported here. And we have nothing but love, compassion, and empathy for you, truly.
and the other thing, Alex, that I want to shed some light on too is that, you know, I seen in the chat one of one of your supporters, okay? They had said that, you know, with the steps that you made tonight, you opened a new door for other people to walk through. Okay, there are people out there like you, Alex, that are, strong-hearted, tough in nature, been down some tough things, stood tall as a soldier in the streets. Okay, that now they know that you can be a person like that and hold that standard, but you also can walk through that door you opened if you want to get some help. And that speaks volumes. Let me tell you, that speaks volumes because other people that might be out there that are struggling with the pride and commitment of being with others or being a part of a certain group or, you know, this, that, or the other thing, they now have a new door that they can come to and start reaching, you know, reaching for some help or finding out what these next steps are to heal from something like this.
Please do. Please do for anybody out there that's confused, don't know what to do, lost, hurt, confused, just misguided, just I don't know, confused, like just speak out. This is why I'm here to set the example for a man in my caliber, my race, my age. Like it was a lot. It's been a lot. The last few days, ever since that, like, but before then, I had already spoken out about this. Like I said, I didn't tell nobody who it was because, like I said, so much stuff go with that embarrassing. Don't want to be looked at different. Like most definitely, I still do. But I was thinking at the time, like I had to question myself: Am I gay? Like I don't, I don't know. That's another thing that hurt me. Like, but at the same time, just like they were saying that was a 10-year-old me. How can I tell myself what that wasn't willingly. That was I was brainwashed. Like I was confused. I didn't know what was going on. I was being forced. So I questioned myself, but I didn't question myself because, like I said, it was nothing to the LGBTQ. I have nothing wrong, but I love women though. I love most definitely love women. I love women, nothing to that. But at the same time, I asked myself like, hey man, I don't want to get out because I don't want people to think, am I gay? But like I said, that was a 10-year-old me. I can't
Right.
say
Exactly.
I can't say that because I was fear. It was fear, manipulation,
Mhm.
force, um, scared. It was all type of things that played a part. So that wasn't my willingness. I didn't do that.
And then what follows that, Alex, as you're growing up, is anger.
Oh yeah, a whole bunch of anger. Of
Now,
course, like a whole bunch of anger. That's why I said it was only the grace of God that I never ran across him because if if I always played in my mind that I would take care of him, like I forgive me, Lord. But my thing was to put him on camera, record him on camera with a. I don't know if I should say this, but it was all type of thoughts going through my mind to just get it out there, even though if it did take me going to jail,
Right.
even if it did take me going to jail, I just know in my heart and myself that I got one less type of person off the street.
Right.
I don't have to worry about him no more.
I mean, and finding out some of the things that were brought forth, as clipped posts or clipped articles, you know, when I seen them, I realized, that those were a few years prior. That's not something that happened, you know, 3 months ago or 6 months ago. These were, in, we're in 2020, we're in 2026. The post that I had seen that kind of brought this about, um, it was a few years prior. It was
Mhm.
before the guy in this movement that you know um you know seemed to want to make a big name for himself to be a bully, let's say. um these were claims, that have been going on for a while, and I don't think anybody should discredit you for that.
Exactly.
you know I think that it's obviously been something that you've wanted to get off your chest. And
I just didn't know.
and
I just
that's what
thank God for this platform.
Mhm.
that's what changed men do. You understand? They want to resolve things. They want to breathe. They want to take a deep breath again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you've made this step, man. And I'm gonna tell you, I just I give you the utmost respect for that. I mean, it's you know I, it's really a good thing for you to be able to take that deep breath, if you know what I'm saying.
It have. Like I said, I would have took this to the grave, but it's just took that one person to see me, to see that hurt little boy that I was, what I've been through, and so I just thank God that all this played a part. I don't take nothing back. I don't take nothing I said back. I don't care about what he pulled up about me. Uh, They doing time. I pay my debt to society. I'm flashing money. So what? I'm from Dallas. I'm from Texas. That's what we do. We shine. We walk around with big jerseys and all that type of stuff, flashing our cars and money and jewelry and stuff. So what? That doesn't dictate what I've been through. I was a child. That like what did you why are you on that subject? The subject is why you have not brought up this dude, Corey Bradshaw, to for a lot of tenants. You all this piano behind my back. What you pay for the piano, you can pay for a lot of technical tests. Do that. You just got this money, you got all these sources, man. Get a lot of technical tests. All I ask for, man, is get a lot of technical tests. You standing behind this guy so much, so strong. Get a lot of technical tests. I'm willing to take mine. If you could set up an appointment, if we could both be because we both in the same city, you can set up an appointment anywhere for us to be there at the same time and take a lot of technical tests. I'm there. I take one by myself, but I'd rather it be both of us so y'all can see what type of person he is, who you standing behind, who you got inside your circle. This who you affiliated with, like this who you standing behind. This is what you want. And now he's sending messages to me now through text. Man, that man begged me to come on that show. I'm just giving him thumbs up. He stayed asked for the last 2-3 days. Are you coming? Are you coming? Are you coming on show? We starting at this time. Man, I said I'm coming. What did you what did you stand like you begging? What for what? For
Yeah,
what?
I think the unfortunate part was positioning you with a handicap and already being like setting a narrative to some degree, right?
Yeah, but he
And
can't.
not letting you speak first before, because I'm sure you would have answered that without a problem, but
Yeah, I'm
it
not.
just doesn't look right, you know? Like the optics are kind of like, I don't know if that's the right way to approach someone who's going to make a very big accusation, knowing the legalities that could come from it, right? Like, I
Like
don't know. I don't know if that was a good move.
who
Obviously, it wasn't.
who doing that? Like who's just putting that jacket on people's backs? Like what I get out of it? What I get out of it? I'm not on the internet. I'm not no internet type guy. I don't know. I'm not on the internet 24/7 a day. Or man, most I do is Facebook and TikTok. I'm an average Joe. I don't sit around for blogs and for likes and comments and for subscribers and stuff. That's not me. I'm not in this thing for no money. It's not none of that has nothing to do with me. Only thing I feel is I should expose this person so more kids could be safe. It's not. I say it's not about me. It's about him a little bit, but it's really about the kids. Because if this person just freely being around kids and stuff, that's not safe. That's not a safe environment.
Yeah.
Like who does that? Like and who stands behind somebody? Like you just
I
went.
just I just want to jump in, right? So you showed earlier, you showed a picture of your arm, right? Of you getting stitched up. You said that, this shit got to you, right? Well, this clown is on the other channel, right? Saying that you put up a Facebook post, right? That it got hit with glass. Do you want to speak to that?
Yeah, the thing is, it was inflicted pain. Like it's a thought that been in my mind all the time because of everything that I've been through. Like it's multiple times that one thought about committing suicide. So so that was just a reminder of myself that I'm dull to pain. Like I've been through so much. Like so what if it did? But it just gave me a light that I could take it. I could take it. If all this time I've been wanting to do that, all this time I wanted to just try to take myself out, I could have did it. That wasn't. I didn't say there was. I never said that there was from just trying to just take myself out. But that was just a thought because the police officer had said that. Off police officer, like, I see your wrist. And I was like, man, this ain't nothing. Man, I thought about this 1,000 times already.
Mm.
1,000 times already.
So that
It's,
was just a reminder.
it's what it is. That I
Mhm.
could have been did it. And I took that like a G. I took it like a G. So it made me feel like, hey, I could have been did that. And that could have just went on about my day. It's
Okay. I don't mean to cut your conversation off. I'm just letting you know he's streaming us. He's watching us, right? So he's bringing that up, and
yeah, yeah.
he
Yeah.
decided to go into your Facebook and say, he's trying to pick you apart. And you know what? I'm not trying to make it about that, but that particular situation, I'm so happy that you just explained it the way you did because
Oh,
it makes hella sense.
of course, because I didn't say that I did that. I never said that, but
Right.
it just it put in my mind like, hey, I could have been did this and it ain't nothing. It barely hurt. I
Right.
barely felt it. So if I would have been slit my wrist 1,000 years ago, like I've been wanting to do, I could take it
Mhm.
because it's so much pain built up, so much hurt built up. Like, hey, it's nothing. It's
Thank you
really
for answering that, Alex, man. Thank you for answering that because I'm not trying to interrogate you, bro. You
nah,
know what I
nah.
mean? I believe I'm just saying these people are watching. I'm so happy
Hey,
that you corrected the record. But I'm gonna let Chimmy keep talking. I'm backstage listening to this conversation, man. It's great. Chimmy, take it away. Speak to what he just said, like about that situation.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I think that sometimes what people don't understand is like we lie to ourselves too, right? Like you're not going to put on the internet everything that you do. Like, I mean, some people do, but some don't. And some people lie to themselves because it's better than confronting whatever you're suffering with. I know I'm guilty of that. Like, it's like this is not the world I want to live in. So it's all rainbows and unicorns. But the reality is this. But that's also private, right? And even if you post it, like, who hasn't posted stuff on social media? Like the thing that really sucks about this situation is that, and I've said this from the beginning, is we grew up in a time like I'm going to be 40. I didn't have a cell phone or a way to document half of the crap as a child. So, does that make my experience invalid because I didn't have a way to prove it? That's the part that I'm having a hard time rationalizing because this is precisely why we're witnessing on the news that all of these kids who were trafficked, they didn't have a way to pick up a phone call. These kids also didn't know what the hell was going on. You don't know automatically that this is violating. You know something's wrong, but you can't necessarily express it the way that you want
Jimmy,
to,
I don't.
right?
I'm so sorry, Jimmy.
It's
I'm not
okay.
trying to. I just want to alert the chat. Do me a favor, guys. Whoever's watching that Turtle Boy stream, make sure you screen record all that shit. Whatever you can screen record when he's defaming my guy right here, saying the most craziest shit. Because I'm totally appalled. Because I'm into this conversation, but I'm watching him watch us, and it's kind of behind us a little bit,
Right.
and it's crazy. Every time he said in one spot, he said, "Oh, he's not crying," right? And then a couple of
Oh,
minutes later, you guys had that moment. And I'm like, this fucking rat. I just want to let you know, whoever's out there, screen record this rat. Screen record this rat. You're a rat. TB, you're a fucking rat. That's what you are, buddy, okay? Karen Reed thinks you're a rat. Everybody thinks you're a rat. You're a piece of shit. That's all I got to say about that. Sorry, guys. I just can't believe this shit.
I mean, I'm not really surprised. It's just disappointing
yeah.
because it's precisely why people, like we've said, they don't want to come forward because they don't want to deal with like someone humiliating them. And thankfully, you're strong enough that it's not that. And we would never allow for anyone to discredit you in that manner. So I think that's kind of the part that really sucks with how this is being approached is like it's almost the need to be right versus the thing to do that's right, which is maybe you fumbled it and you would get more grace if you just can kind of own that, than for you to quadruple down on the need to be right,
Yeah.
because this is a topic that clearly you're not very familiar with. And lucky you, truly lucky you that you don't know about this, because this is not a position that anyone should have to deal with. This is not divine, sent from God. This is straight up demon energy. You know what I mean? That gets imposed on children.
I don't
And
think none of that. That's why I would care less. I would care less anything about what he say, because if I post it on Facebook or you know it about me, I have nothing to hide in life.
mhm,
Nothing to hide in life. Anything I done did, I can stand behind, and I'm not ashamed of. Like stuff that happened when I was young and stuff. Man, hey man, who cares? I was young. Like man, I'm not ashamed of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm ashamed that I was young and I was wilding, but man, I grew everything. Like I'm a changed person. That's the thing. People don't believe in change when it's change in life. Like if somebody do some crimes, so you think that they won't never change, that's not the right attitude to have. It's not, because people do change in life, and you can't hold them accountable for things that they did in their past when they was young. That's why, man, I'm the blogs and all that, man. I'm not an internet person. I'm a real life person. Things they talk about on the internet, blogs and all that type of stuff, that don't entertain me. That's the least of my worries. I got bills to pay, kids to watch after. That's
right.
type of, hey, I don't live off of blogging and humiliating people and being rude and down talking and just being rude. I'm not that type of person. I'm out here making real money. I'm out here really surviving. I'm a hand to hand comeback type guy. I don't need this internet. That's why it's nothing he could say. No, nothing in the past that he could bring up. Like, man, hey, what you up? I paid my debt to society. I did some wrong in my past. I paid my debt to society like all the way. Like all the way. No probation, no parole, none of that. I got 8 years and did my 8 years. Like, hey man, so what? That's the old me. Man, this it's 8 years later, seven years later, man. I'm still a free man, ain't you know what I'm saying? Still making money, still making being a positive person in life now. I done did my bad. I was stuck down and doing all that type of stuff. That's old, man. I'm from the hood. I had a rough environment.
Mhm.
Mom was on drugs, daddy was on drugs. Like man, this is what I come from. I'm from the hood. Like I'm from the hood. And for me to do this 360, that's why I say I be so proud of myself for the 360 that I have been. Because a lot of people ain't coming out the situation like I did. Like either
Right.
they still doing time or dead or on the streets with their mind gone because they done did so much drugs, they done talking to themselves, walking around the street naked and stuff. Like that's not me. That's not me. And I don't, no matter what nobody say about me, no matter how person try to paint my picture, what narrative they get, I'm comfortable with myself.
Good for you.
And I'm proud of myself.
And you should be, because, that's, I'm happy that you brought that up, because what people don't take into account is that our upbringings truly define our adulthood. And you could have taken this a totally different direction. And because you slipped up along the way, look where you are now. And I think that that's the big moral of the story, is that unfortunately there are people who latch on to their sadness and are incapable of seeing the light. And somehow, by the grace of God, you did. And you came full circle, like you said. So I think that's commendable in that respect, because not a lot of people can make it out of those situations, especially when you learn to raise yourself. And
Exactly.
that's, and you don't know, because you don't have the proper guidance on how to behave if both your parents unfortunately aren't present for you in the way that they need to be. So, and that's something a lot of us can relate to, right? It's like either one parent is, like, for example, my father passed when I was small. So there was a lot of pressure on my mom to, not only was she an immigrant, but also raise two children in another country foreign to her and hope by the grace of God that we didn't turn out half as bad, right? And it took for me also to learn a lot of things about the real world, and it also impacted my relationships with others, which people don't talk about. Like when you don't have your a father figure around, the way you perceive that gender that's absent is totally different. And you don't have, and if you have a parent that's not grounded and they're kind of like, all over the place, you adopt that because that's what you see. So your parents are your teachers, right? So if you're seeing something, you think that's normal. And then if you have these experiences happen to you that you already as a child don't know are wrong, it's kind of hard to figure out, okay, what's right and what isn't. Like something feels off and I don't know how to pinpoint what that is. So ultimately, like what I would hope, since they're, sniping the stream, just please have some compassion for people. Like, wouldn't I would extend that compassion to you as a fellow human being. Like our world is already going through a lot of stuff that's undeniable. You may not have a receipt from Alex, but there's receipts everywhere that this behavior is rampant in our communities. Everywhere. And we have to stop with this, oh, I don't believe it because, there's no receipt. That's, come on, man. Like, oh, he lied. It's like, have you never, like, I mean, everyone has reasons for doing what they're doing, but at the core of who they are, pay attention to what they're presently doing. Pay attention to how much they've evolved. What's the whole story? What's the context? Don't be so quick to criticize others because you don't have understanding of their experience. Having a little bit of compassion and having kindness for others does so much better than just wanting to be right and proving someone wrong. Would you want that to happen to someone that you loved? We tend to forget that. We tend to shoot shots without knowing where they're going. And that if those shots are shot back at us, how would you feel? We forget to know what it could potentially be to live in someone else's shoes. Like, I will never know what it is to be a Black man, but I can have compassion for you and empathy for you, for your experience, and be like, damn, like, we see it everywhere. And my gut, my discernment is like, nobody comes out and says these very big accusations if it's not with some type of basis, knowing what can come from that. So you can do your veiled threats of legal suits and blah, blah, blah. I
Like,
mean,
why would you think this is just normal? Why would you think that I just want to do this? Like, this is embarrassing. This not what
exactly.
I do. This not me. Like, who just does that? Come out. This like this is tarnishing my character. I feel like it's tarnishing my character. All type of things. It's all type of things going to my mind, but I don't care because I feel that it needs to be known. It's not
Mhm.
just about me. Like I said, my main focus is the kids. It's not about me no more. I'm 37. Well, I done live my life. I done live my life. Like, it's kids that's got to grow up. It's kids that's out there. It's kids that he around. Like, it should be known. It's what I'm getting out of this. Just to embarrass myself,
Right.
to just put myself out there as a victim. You think I got to whisper now because my kids and everybody in the room. This is not cool. Wouldn't think people just doing this for nothing. Like, what I get out of this? Embarrassing myself, making myself a target. Like, come on, man.
Right.
You, you,
Relief.
you got to look at the big picture. You got to look at the big picture. You got to look at the big picture.
I'll
It's
tell you.
it's not about you. It's not about you. Nobody cares about your blog and all that type of stuff. A real person who's feeling my sympathy and understanding me, all that doesn't matter what you're talking about. The thing is, I'm a victim. that person do mess up things, mess with fun, do stuff for kids. Like it should be known. Don't try to downplay the situation because you in the wrong right now because you didn't know that I was the victim because you don't put all this stuff out about me, not knowing that I'm the one who been hurt inside, not knowing that I'm the one who done been through all the trauma and all the messed up stuff, very like sickening stuff. Like why try to still justify like you're right? You're not right, man. You wrong. You're very wrong for not listening to me, for not letting me give my point of view, to tell you my part of the story.
You're right.
We appreciate that. I'll tell you. I mean, I feel bad that they're kind of clipping this, and they're trying to just break it apart.
Hey, but it's okay
As
though.
it unfolds.
It's okay because the truth gonna come out. The truth gonna come out. I'll be in court if I got court, lie detector test. All this will come out. Everything is being recorded.
So
Everything on
so
file
let's just stay right there for a second. So you're willing to take a lie detector test, right?
for the thousandth time. Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry.
For the
So I just want to give you a heads up what they're saying on the other channel, right?
I
They're
just
going through your they're going he's that guy, right? Aiden, that you kind of have an idea who he is, right? He wrote the blog about me, you, everybody. I guess this woman is Coray's lawyers in the chat. What's going on, Amy? How you doing? Amy, I mean, this is his words, this is his truth, you know. I haven't heard from Corey. I just know that if I was little Ralphie from Dallas and this is a kid that I was around, I mean, so you said on his program, on Aiden's program, you said that um you were at a house, your grandfather's house, and that's where all the kids played at and stuff.
It's a family where everybody get together at, come together on the weekends, eat food, play dominoes. It's a family house where everybody come to and feel comfortable at.
And so I take it that them, and I don't know this for a fact, but I take it that the teenagers, which was Corey, and was there other teenagers present?
It,
Just Corey?
it was Corey, his brother, uh,
Oh,
my grandfather, his son. So that's why Corey and them was around
mhm.
because they was considered as the teen adults to look over us while all the when the adults probably leave and everything go out, go to the store or go whatever they do. They was the ones who left in charge.
Right. So they were left in charge, and obviously that's when shit went down.
That's when shit went down.
And you've been holding this in since for 27 years. You was never a fan of the J.F.K. show. Never knew nothing about a Meredith, or any of this shit, right? Never
All
knew that this guy Corey was hiding behind this so-called account, Ray from Dallas, right?
no, because I've been attacking every platform he had ever since 2-3 years ago. I've been calling this man out, exposing him, putting pictures up of him, asking him to get at me. Like if I'm lying, like I'm going live on all type of social medias, trying to get him to like just say it wasn't you. This been going on for 3 years.
So
Just
that's all you want right now. If I could bring Corey up here right now in this booth, you would just ask him, say it's not true.
say it. Only thing you gotta do is say it's not true. Why you? Come on, this been going on for too long, and I still haven't heard a word from you. One word, one denial, one use a liar. Just tell me use a liar. But you can't. Because you know why? Because I'm the person. I'm the victim. I'm the one.
You are, bro.
You can't deny it because I am the one. You can't deny
And
it.
you went down to the Dallas police. Now, let me just say something. So here you are. Now this guy, he's dragging you. He's talking about old domestic disputes that happened in 2010. I'm not going to ask you that. I don't know. I don't know if you got convicted of them crimes or not. I don't think it really matters. I mean, do I agree if you put your hands on a woman? No, I don't agree. But that's not what we're here for today. I think one thing doesn't have to do with another. I guess on Christmas a couple of years back, there was a robbery with an older gentleman, and allegedly you put your hands on them. I don't. What year was that? If you don't mind me asking, when that robbery went down.
2000 and when COVID hit, whenever COVID hit,
Over
2020.
there. Did you get charged and convicted for that crime?
No, no,
No.
no. See,
Okay.
I had to plead out because I was going through a lot. I was on drugs. Like it caused me like I don't know because ever since like I always had to try to find a way to cope with life. Cause like I said, I done had a hard life coming up. So at first I was smoking the weed. I was smoking weed like strong, strong. So when this crime occurred, I was smoking K2. I was on K2 because weed wasn't strong enough. I couldn't sleep at night. Like I've been through a lot. This is part of it, but it's enough though. This
Right.
is right there. That right there is enough. Because after talking to a few counselors and people, that right there, me the childhood that I had dealing with this could have caused me to to have a hard life. Like
Right.
not like I said, sometimes that stuff just pop up in my head. Like
Mm.
I'll be sick about it. Like I'll be disgusted about it. Like I'll be questioning myself. Like
Right.
and it caused me to I had just never did no hard drugs like crack or heroin, the
No, I
cocaine.
get it, bro. I get it. And that's enough. I just want to let you know that you ain't afraid to talk about your past. That's I'm not the people in
Or
the chat, I'm not trying to interrogate them. I'm just saying they're on the other channel and they just
I wasn't
consistently talk about your past as if that has any. Now listen, there's a lot of things that you might have done in your past that that a lot of us up here probably might not agree with. And I'm sure that that's only God can judge you on that, right? But on this particular situation, it's very simple. We're talking about Alex at 10 years old. That's what
yes.
we're talking about. We're talking about Alex at 10 years old and a gentleman who was a teenager who took his innocence. Now, did it happen? We don't know for 100%, but we do know that he's here speaking to it. Usually people just don't make up things like that, right, Jay Brill?
They definitely don't make up for things like that. Absolutely
And
not.
and why would someone and I'm
Especially
sorry, Jay.
coming from his background and all that, coming
Exactly.
from the jails. You don't make, you know the rules of the street. You cannot put a jacket on someone without proof. This is the proof. I don't care what anybody says. This kid says that he was abused, and he gave what he stated what he said. I believe him.
And why
Anyone
would
with
he
a
go?
conscience is gonna
There's
believe.
a excuse there's a whole blog written about him that just outed him. He could have took the high road and left.
Exactly, but
Could
he
have ran
stayed.
away. Not would have happened.
Like I said, I'm not embarrassed. Like I'm not embarrassed. It's like it's nothing that you could say or do that I'm not willing to stand behind because I'm a man. I was wrong at the time. I was going through things. I wasn't in my right mind.
Mhm.
Like, come on,
We all
man.
been there. We
Like,
all
like,
been there, brother.
like you
And I
got.
just don't want to. I don't want to be him. I'm not trying to do that. Like we kind of get what he's doing. I'm just, for the
But
people who will
it's
say, "Well, since you,"
still
but
not the point, though. It's still not the point. The point is we are dealing with a victim and a sex and a predator. That's the only thing. Why are you going so far into me? Well, you need to be looking into the person.
right,
Stop looking
bingo.
at stop looking into me because I'm just the victim.
Mhm.
Why you haven't brought Correa? Why you haven't brought him talk to him about the lie detector test? You say you talk to him. Why if you so confident about protecting your image, protecting your circle, protecting your movement, why haven't you not brought this man up for allegations of being a sex offender? Why?
Right.
hadn't you said anything about him taking a lie detector test when I said I was willing to take my lie detector test? Like what? Like are you that involved in me that you just overlooking the fact? Like I said before, people overlook the fact to just be cool with somebody, to just ride with somebody. Like, why not stand on the facts? And you've been on steady watching us and on our blog and blogging about me and stuff. But what about Ray? Just because you look him up and he just got little possessions of marijuana and stuff and all
Right.
that stuff, why not go deep and listen to my story and try to just, hey, if this your what they was calling him on there?
The
Like his
Huckleberry.
Huckleberry, the freaking Huckleberry.
Mhm.
If that's your Huckleberry, look out for your Huckleberry. Give him that
Okay.
lie detector test. Show that he's innocent. Show that he's lying. How about that?
So let me just back you up. So you went down to the so you with this criminal record that you have, right? You walked inside the police station today
Kill
and you
me the
made
death. Kill me the death. I do not like the police. I do not do police at all.
right.
You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to the police, but I'm a street dude. Me
Right.
and police and
I get
street,
it.
I get along. You know what I'm saying? I was shaking walking in there. Not
You're a brave dude, bro.
Yeah, because
Because and you're doing it for you now. How old your kids now?
I got an 18-year-old. I got a 2-year-old who was to turn 3 on the 15th, and I just had a one.
Oh, God bless.
I just had one birthday on the 2nd. That just turned 1.
And you're with
Happy
them every
birthday.
day.
Every day, man. That my
Every
kids
day.
nothing.
And you do not want to jeopardize that. You want to be there, right? You want to break the cycle. You want to be with your kids every day, unlike that, some of us didn't have dads or even our moms for that matter,
I'm
right?
trying. I'm trying to break the cycle. My most definitely
And
trying to break the cycle because, like I said, my mom and dad wasn't there. I'm breaking that cycle as I speak right now. Being there for my children, 10 toes down. Like I don't miss nothing. I'm there. I'm for every appointment. When my son was growing up, I've been there going to school with him, making sure that he's attending school. He
was
about
you
to
there when your son was you and I don't even mean to say this. I don't know. You said how long you been out of jail now for?
man since 2018.
Oh, good.
I know. I know. A lot of people don't make that. A lot
No,
of people.
fuck no.
I
So
got
let
to.
me just ask you this. When your son came out, you was present, right? When he came out the womb?
Yeah,
What was that feeling like, sir?
man. It was a blessing, and it killed me at the time when I had to leave, cause I left when he was about 3 years old. I left when he was about 3 year old. Did 8 years, came back, and I've been in this life ever since. And my babies, and my babies
Mm.
for death. This is my point of making this movement right now, because I have to be there for them, and I don't need nobody like that walking around there. I don't need nobody like that. Like people like that to be in jail or dead. I
Jimmy, you want to touch upon that and talk about the kids and stuff? And talk about the kids and
Yeah.
stuff? Go ahead.
Um, I mean, one, congratulations for that because truly, like, you know, when you have kids in this world, you don't realize how dark this place really is. And when you experience certain things as a child and you pick a different lane, you want to do everything you can to protect them
by all means.
by all means, especially if you realize, like, you know, not to you too, right? And I mean, the unfortunate part is that this is our society, what it's come to. We demonize people for being human, for making errors in their life due to their circumstances. We've lost the ability to hold any type of empathy or compassion for others. And we've lost sight of the most important thing, which is not to repeat this stuff to the little people that look up to us. And as a mother, I can tell you that I'll be damned that if my child ever came to me with any type of accusation, I'm believing my child. And I will take every precaution necessary to make sure that whoever did anything is held accountable. And guess what? We do live in the age of receipts now. So it's a little bit different, I guess. But in our time, it wasn't like that. And, you know, when you become a parent, you know, unfortunately, sometimes our own parents don't make the right choices. And, you know, they're only living based on the circumstances they were raised with. So I kind of grew up also raising myself, so I can relate in that aspect in my own situation. But I can tell you that we're wise as hell. We may make a lot of mistakes, but we don't allow those experiences to define us, because if people want to just box us into that, you're free to do that. You're free to run your mouth. You're free to say whatever you want to say. But in terms of how this world works, there's one thing we all have in common: life and death. Death will knock at our door at some point. And even if you don't believe in a higher power, I hate to break it to you, there is one.
Yeah.
And we all have to answer to someone. We are not called to be perfect. We are not called to, we're called to make mistakes, bad choices. That's a part of what makes us human. But what we're not here to do is to forget why we're here. And your life was here to serve a larger purpose, and you're living that. Like, people don't believe in generational things, right? Like we don't think about generational curses. And I know in my 20s, I wasn't thinking about a kid. I had my daughter later, but you know, we move a certain way in our 20s to then come to our 30s and realize, like, oh shit, like I'm halfway there. You know, hopefully I make it longer, but what the hell am I doing with my life, right? And then you have a child and you're like, this is a person. Like, I made this too. Like, what? And it's a little bit of a surreal moment where you never feel that love, even if it's not your own, even if it's adopted or however, you know, when there's kids anywhere, you have this immense love for them because they're so pure. And to think that
Innocent.
innocent, yeah, and to think that people want to harm them
Exactly.
it's like, and then when they grow up and they live to tell the story, because when you're talking about having those thoughts of wanting to not be here anymore, that's completely understandable. Even you being angry and aggressive in that sense, that makes sense. Is it right? No. But when you don't know better, you don't know how to do better. And people have to start waking up to the fact that there is no perfect victim. There is no perfect scenario. Sometimes the memories can be blurry. Sometimes they're crystal clear. Sometimes fill in the blank. We're all different. We all have different experiences. So it's just learning to be mindful in all of this and knowing that if you're a parent now and you're online saying, I don't believe this person, I pray to God that you never have to experience that, and that your child or anyone in your family has to experience that, and that they're not believed. Because you would want that same compassion and empathy given to you. And it takes nothing to do that. It takes nothing. It takes humanity. Maybe learn that a little bit. Like, learn a little bit more humanity and teach your kids better. Teach your kids how to look for the signs, how to do, like, how to understand that. And those conversations, like, I have them now with my daughter. Like, predators exist everywhere. They're in your school, they're in your family, they're in dance classes, they're at, you know, the corner store, they're your neighbors, they are everywhere. And it's the one crime that is punishable by what, like a year? It's the one that is the most horrific, that can literally rewire your entire existence, doesn't have the consequence tied to it to put someone away for life. You took someone's innocence that they can never get back.
Oh my God, that's another thing. Like when I was down there, it was just crazy and like just disturbing for. I was in there for aggravated robbery. Somebody was in there else for selling drugs. But then this man is a child molester, rapist, and everything, and do 1 to 2 years and come right home.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how's that fair?
It's
Like,
not.
is the society that messed up to where we was just in here for selling drugs or just anything, but y'all quit to let them back on the streets? Are y'all serious? That's another thing that just blew my mind when I was in jail. Like, how is they making parole? And here they is messing with kids, um, at parks, stalking kids and raping people and stuff. But y'all gave them the permission to just come home early.
Right.
Are you serious?
And that's a part of why stories like yours need to be shared. Like, and I say this with the utmost respect to the people on the other side. Like, you have a right to question everything, but be fair about it.
Be fair.
Be fair about it. Just
This
because it might look bad for you optics wise, it doesn't mean that because you didn't know who this person was, you have to still co-sign them after the fact and then berate. I'm not going to call you a victim, I'm going to call you a survivor.
Thank you.
Berate the survivor. Like, that's just not just in any way. And if, a lot of these people came into this movement fighting for justice, it seems a little just odd that we're going to be picky and choosy just because we don't like the platform that you're on now, or we just want to discredit because everyone wants to ride hard for this person. Just be fair about it. Be fair. Think critically about it. Like, really, like, silence the noise and really put it into perspective for yourself. Like, who has more to lose right now with making this type of accusation and putting a giant target on their back?
Exactly.
That's just logic, right? Like, that's the part that's really difficult for me to understand. The hatred behind it. Is it because you don't like these guys? These guys have nothing to do with this story aside from, yeah, someone chose to get on the internet, hide their identity, run their mouth, and say really terrible things. That's undeniable. And you want to hide behind, oh, it's free speech. Well, free speech also comes with consequences, and we know that. And just because you can doesn't mean you should. That's another part. It's like, you don't have to say grotesque things about people and leave it on the internet where it lives forever. You could choose to do something better if you want to. But, I guess in some way, because we're living in the age of truth, everyone's kind of revealing themselves, right? And it's like, well, I'm more inclined to believe that you're capable of X, Y, and Z if this is how you choose to portray yourself online, because that's an active choice. That's not a mistake. That's a conscious choice that you're making to come after strangers on the internet. And also the laws of the universe, honey, like, you get back what you dish out. You can't expect people to just be like, oh, well, it is what it is, whatever. No, I mean, you've been behind this for years now, trying to raise awareness and bring your story out. And it just so happened that everything aligned, because God is real, where everything aligned in such a way where you were able to now find him in this random community and the entire internet and do that.
Yes.
And but the thing is that people want to discredit that because it just feels too convenient. Well, God is the miracle worker. He is the chess player. He is the grand design master. So you have a problem with it, take it up with him.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, the truth is going to come out. And even if it's not convenient for you, it comes out.
It comes out regardless.
That's it. And yeah, the consequences that come with it, but people should
Exactly.
not be afraid to speak up, because that's the only way that this disease is what it feels like. It's like a rampant disease that's going around amongst all cultures all over the world, where there's just a disregard for protecting children. The only way it stops is the more we educate ourselves, we spread awareness, and we believe people when they come forward. There's enough receipts through lived experience through people. And I do believe that your story is one of the very few, because of who you are, that really does make an impact to inspire other people to speak up, who I'm sure will watch this one day and be like, I'm ready. And you would have lived your purpose, and you did that. So
That's my point. And I pray it does. I pray by all means it does. Hit somebody heart to just about and save another person's life.
I want to say something, man. I just want to play something real quick, man. I just want to play some music, man. I just want to play a song called Grateful, man. Let's just pray for a second, man. We pray, your family, you got a beautiful family, my brother.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? And you're not waking up. You said you got a 2-year-old and a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old. Is that what you said? You have babies, man.
Your babies.
You got babies, people. All right. This man is
God
not
bless.
jumping on. I can tell you right now, he's not sitting up here to waste his time. He doesn't know any of us. Okay, but he trusts us enough to come on here, feel safe. The chat's making him safe. He feels safe. He trusts us.
Chat,
Hey,
y'all great. Chat, y'all been great. I read a few comments. I love the support. Thank y'all for everything y'all said, for saying and standing by me and believing in me.
and
Sorry.
I'll tell you, he got babies, and I have babies, and so doesn't Jimmy, and so doesn't Kevy Kev, and obviously Jay Brill, he has kids. They're not babies anymore, but they're still his babies. And but we have
Always be
young
my
kids.
baby.
They'll always be big. Jay Brill calls me up. He's like, "What's going on, JFK?" I'm like, nothing. I'm just chasing kids around. What's going on?" But anyway, but
Hold on 1 second. Let me tell them something real quick. Hold up.
yeah, exactly. And I can assure you, nobody is gonna want to try to somehow sabotage that situation. Nobody. And nobody. And I'm just saying perspective. I'm just giving people perspective. He's not up here, right, trying to sabotage his situation. He's got a CDL. He moved on with his life. He's been out of jail since 2018. Like what is he getting out of it? Let's just look at the preponderance of evidence. And I'm not trying to talk like a lawyer. Is it likely that it happened, or is it likely that it didn't happen? I'll let y'all be the judge. But I just want to say we're grateful for Jesus, grateful for God. And let's just play that real quick.
Grace upon grace, hallelujah. Even though I don't deserve it, you did it. Even though I couldn't earn it, you give it. Who am I that you keep me on your mind? God, I'm just grateful.
chat. What's up? If you feel it right now, come on. Don't be afraid. Let it out. Come on. My man. I hope you guys felt that because God got you, my brother.
Absolutely. This is all God's work. When they say we did this, we didn't do this. God did this.
God did.
My man. And I'll just say this, right? Before we, wrap this up. We're gonna talk some more. You're welcome. This is not just one stream. This is gonna take some streams. We could talk, we could kick it, and and just talk about healing, the next step of healing.
Hey,
And
I was gonna talk about that, man. Like I said before,
mhm.
in here for the social media. I'm not in here for the likes, the comments, the money, none of that. I'm just here to spread the awareness, the person, tell my story. So y'all, y'all been good people and everything. I'm not gonna guarantee that I'll be back. But like I said, this social media thing is not me. I just did this on behalf of the children and 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 relieving myself.
Yes,
So
and
But
that's
we're
and
always
that's
here.
fine.
If you ever need to
Respect
talk
that.
about anything, we're here for
Yeah.
you.
And
Yeah.
and behind the scenes, bro, just behind the scenes as a as
Oh,
a
most definitely,
we'll
I keep in contact because I most definitely love you guys, all you guys. Y'all been great. Like I said, it's I wouldn't have been able without y'all. So like I said, this was a blessing myself. I just thank every each one of y'all because I was able to open up, release
Mhm.
myself, and be myself. Finally, get this off my chest for 27 years later. And yeah, I just want to thank y'all. But like I said before, I'm not a social media guy. I'm not likes and comments and being on everybody's blog. But I was grateful and thank God that I was able to bring truth
Yo,
to y'all.
listen, I know you're not.
Go ahead.
I know you're not social media, but bro, nowadays, this is where you're gonna get your word out, bro.
Right.
Every now and then, jump on, keep going with your word. Don't let that shit die down, bro. especially till you're comfortable.
Yeah, and we'll do our best to spread the word. And I just think the next level would, I think that, if you're up to it and you already said yes, I think that we should go, maybe look into a lie detector test and
Yeah.
just, just and that's like, I don't know how much more you need. You went to the police, you got a lie detector test, and then after that, let it go where it goes, right? And as far as this guy defaming your name the way he did, I'm sure we're going to put you in contact with some lawyers that we know. And if you want to go down that road to put a cease and desist and all the things they did to us against him, because he's got a lot of nerve though. When he's on that stream right now, buddy, and I don't want you to see that. I don't want you to see that
Oh,
shit.
You
I,
shouldn't.
I don't worry
You know,
about it.
yeah, and that's the thing. That's why I don't even know why he went there. I mean, he's got no class. I don't know why he went there. And he went there and he's doing that. And, and it has to start. And if he can continue to do it, it's going to have to be a legal thing because it's just what he curated. It's a 4-letter word. It's a 4-letter word. It could be a gang. It could be a cult. I don't know. I just know it's not people who are looking at the bigger picture here. We just had you up here and there was a lot of deep conversation. I just I don't see where there's any inconsistencies. I just don't. I'm sorry. That's just my opinion.
Facts.
Does that make it? Does that And what I'm saying is, for the record, does that make it facts? I don't know, but in my opinion, I'm leaning towards everything that you just said because I don't hear the other guy telling me anything else. I hear the other guy. I hear the other guy hiding behind a screen. I hear the other guy not coming out. I hear the other guy running. I seen him run. I watched him. He jumped right off the thing. Gone. Tonight, his
Trying to
boy
shut us
ate him.
up.
The goat, the guy that he calls the goat. That's the guy Aiden that he
But
calls the
but
goat.
but most definitely we need to. I'm most definitely with because he most definitely tried to tarnish my name and do all type make me to be this bad person. So I know that's not legal for sure. So
No, that's 100% not legal. So I think the next step is to take a lie detector test, get some lawyers, and we take the next step, to shut this dude down, and
I'm
he can
with that.
shut the, you
I'm
know,
with, I'm with that because he can't keep doing people like this. You
yeah,
can't be downplay like if I tell you I'm the victim, there's no way that you should still be on live right now, still trying to make me be this bad person.
right.
After you to receive the facts, if you believe it or not, it still should be a point to where you should just
He's a journalist. He's a
chill.
journalist. Go get the facts. Go
Yeah,
fly to Dallas. Go fly to Dallas. Tuberculosis. Fly to Dallas. Go see the family. Go ask questions. Go see Ray from. Go jump on a plane. It's a 3-hour flight. Go to Logan tomorrow. You got the money. Go fly to Logan. Go ask questions. You're a journalist. Instead of getting all in your feelings. I hope putting on that suit tonight was worth it, buddy. Putting that suit on and acting like you was somebody. It was all a big fucking game anyway, wasn't it? Because he
He's
usually
never
doesn't
been a
go on.
journalist. He's just gonna
He
always be a blogger.
Let me just say this. He never puts on a suit and he's usually behind a punk ass green screen. And tonight he went behind his green screen was a living room and he put a suit on to act like he was like a real deal investigator. He was mocking the whole situation. And I hope it was worth it, you piece of shit. I hope it was worth it because you're not doing anything to help the situation. You're being biased. That's not journalism. Journalism is both sides.
both
And
sides.
you're mad that he didn't want to answer your questions. Why should he? You did it the wrong way. You put
Yeah,
out a blog before you asked him the question. He doesn't want to talk to you.
I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel comfortable talking to you already. Painted me this person. You already just did me bad before you even got my side. So why would I reveal my truth or express myself to you when you already done paint this picture of me? Like, come on, that's not
Right.
cool. That's not how we do things. You
No.
supposed to you supposed to check on both sides and then go from there. But you jump the gun, defending somebody that you don't even know. It's just crazy. Like, come on. I hope it was worth it. I most definitely hope it was worth it because your time with shine is just about to be over. Because I'm pushing all the way through because ain't no way that you should have did me like that. And I'm the victim. And I'm the victim.
Right. And it's
You are-
your right, my brother. And no one's trying to guide you in that direction. You're a smart man, bro. You're a smart guy. And
I don't need no guys. I'm a man. I'm a man before anything.
right.
I'm 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 a hood, but I went to college and everything. I'm very smart.
You
I'm
are.
very, so it
You
take
are, bro.
take a
And
lot to go.
I said that. That's the reason why I told Aiden. I texted him. I said, "Hey, you get him on your show. You talk to him. He's not a like. He's just not some guy that just rolled out of bed, man.
Oh
This is
no.
smart. This is a smart. This is a smart guy. That's what you know. That's what I told. Go ahead and do it. And
Oh
he
yeah.
thought that's what he thought. You know,
He
that's what
thought
he thought he was doing. He thought that he was going to get the one up.
yeah.
And
Or
to,
for me, I'm not that type, bro. I'm not that
right,
type. Different. I
right,
might be and everything and little hood and everything, but I stand on business though. I stand
yeah,
on the
for
facts.
sure.
It take a lot to go over my head, so you just can't come to me with no anything. Sorry,
Right.
sorry, I'm kind of stuffed up because my allergies, bro. My allergies start tripping, but yeah,
But
man.
in closing, um, Kevy Kev has a prayer that he wants to say. Right, Kevy Kev?
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
ahead.
I
I'm gonna
do.
take
I actually have some.
I'm gonna take us off for a
I
second.
want to. Alex, I just want to tell you that you know, I'm happy that you were able to get this off your chest, and you were able to express, you know, what's been built up inside, you know,
I
and
most definitely, I most definitely did. That's why I was able to do it.
these
Comfortable with.
steps that you took tonight on speaking, these were your first steps for healing. And I know that people have tonight have said, a higher power, or you know your beliefs in a religion or whatnot. But I want to put my faith in front of you tonight, and I want to read you this prayer. So we're gonna do this together. You're gonna just take this all in,
Sir.
and I appreciate you for doing what you did.
Yes, sir.
Heavenly Father, I come before you with a heart full of faith and trust in your power to heal. Lord, you are the great physician, and I believe in your ability to restore health and bring comfort in times of distress. Just as your words say, heal me, O Lord, and I shall be healed. Save me, and I shall be saved. You are my praise. I place my hope and confidence in your promises. Father, I surrender my pain, my worries, and my fears into your hands. I ask you to watch over me with your healing hand. Renew my strength and fill me with peace and surpasses all understandings. Help me to trust you and your plan for my life, knowing that your plan is to prosper me and give me hope and a future. Lord, I also lift up my loved ones who are in need of healing too. You know their needs, their struggles, and their hearts. I pray that you would surround them with your love and grace, bringing healing to their bodies, minds, and spirits. Let your Holy Spirit work within them, bringing comfort and hope with their pain and uncertainty. May your presence be felt in every moment, and may your peace guard our hearts as we wait for your miraculous touch. Thank you, Lord, for hearing our prayers, for being our ever-present help in times of need. We give you all the praise and glory, trusting in your unfailing love and mercy. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thank you.
That was a beautiful thing, my brother.
Yeah, that
I
was beautiful.
appreciate you.
Yeah.
Listen, Alex, man, we're gonna talk behind the scenes, right? And my advice to you, man, is get some sleep, man. Wake up with your babies, man. Enjoy your Sunday. Watch the Super Bowl. By the way, the New England Patriots are in it.
Always.
I hate to break the news to you.
Go
Us Boston
Patriots.
boys.
Oh, no,
We're
about
back. We're,
well,
we're back.
Seattle is the way.
Yeah,
Go our first disbelief right there, man. There go our business. There we go.
yeah. So we'll see how that plays out. But it's gonna Super Bowl's a Super Bowl. It's gonna be fun, right? So get some sleep, my brother. I appreciate your time, and we'll talk behind the scenes, man. And I appreciate you, man, and God bless.
Alex, God bless you,
Thank you,
bro.
Alex. God bless.
God bless you, brother. Peace and
Bye.
love, my man. Alex, ladies and gentlemen. Alex, ladies and gentlemen.
How y'all feel out there? Oh yeah. All right. Check this out. Is the place to be, as it is plain to see. He is DJ
Static Selector.
and I am 3, 2, 1.
What is wrong?
Well, I didn't want to include what was going on in the other stream with Alex up on the thing. I just brought some things there because I love that he answered them, and every answer was so truthful, especially with the risk situation that was something they pointed out on a Facebook, an inconsistency, and he broke it down like I could get hit by a truck and it wouldn't matter, basically. This guy is on live right now, and he's totally out of control. Out of control. The simple thing is, right, Timmy, is to bring the guy he's accusing up on the panel. I mean, the guy he knows what live streaming is. Why not go up there and just tell us why would someone lie like that? Like if there is a reason, just say it. I just don't understand what are we doing here? Like, now before it was a little different, right? He was saying that he was accusing of something, saying it was other people. Now he's saying it's him. So it's him versus him. Why can't we just get them two people together? And all he wants to say, call me a liar. He said he's going to go take a lie detector test. He wrote a police report. I mean, do liars do that?
There ain't no way he's lying, bro. You can tell in his voice and his composure, everything about him is telling you he's not lying, bro.
I mean, I think, look, even when thinking about coming up here, I am aware of the vitriol and the hatred, etc. None of that honestly can take away from giving someone a place to feel comfortable to speak up for themselves. And it obviously impacted our group and our chat and other people who come across this in a very positive way. And that's all you can hope for in these situations. We can't control how other people are going to respond to things, how they choose to express themselves with whatever form it is. Fine. You want to say hateful things, it helps you sleep at night. By all means, we're not the same. Okay. But what you cannot do is rob someone of their story and whatever ability that I have or potential to contribute to allowing for someone to have an opportunity to heal or to spread that message to others, I'm all for it. I can care less what anybody has to say. I don't pay attention. It doesn't matter, because what was achieved today was much larger than a comment, than a crash out, than any of that. And they have to sit with that ultimately.
You know what
And
it all comes down to? It all comes down to Aiden is making this about him and Meredith. We're making it about facts, and they don't like that. That's what they don't like, is we bring out facts and they don't. So he needs to I don't know, he needs to smarten up. He's not doing good for himself right now.
well, I mean, he's facing his own charges, right? And we all have said hundreds of times, you know, we don't agree with what's going on, even with his cases to some degree, but he does himself no favors by behaving this way. And
Right.
if your main objective is not to go to jail or give people more ammunition to come after you, don't give it to them. Only you put yourself in that position. And, you know, if you can't take advice from people on the internet, then don't be a public figure and make it obvious that that's what you want, right? You built your brand on this, so people are going to have opinions. Not everyone's going to agree with you, not everyone's going to like you, and that's life. But he was given, whether he realizes this or not, a second opportunity, a unicorn opportunity again, to basically clear even himself. He could have turned this all around. Why he feels the need to protect Ray, I don't know. I mean, it could be because it's his boy. I don't know, but it doesn't seem that way.
Because
So
if he don't stay protecting him, then they're gonna know that he endorsed a sex offender, or however you call it, PDF or whatever you want to call it on the internet. He's endorsing that still. So,
right, you got to vet your sources and make sure that you're surrounded with people. Because I mean, look, I mean, if he wants to pull up receipts on Alex, there's people, including himself, that have, he's been to jail, you know, but does that mean that because he's been to jail that I don't believe that what the Commonwealth is doing to him is wrong? I don't care if he went to jail. Fair is fair. Like, I don't agree with what's happening to him. I don't believe that he should be going to jail for something if he didn't do it that was wrong, you know? Like, that's the thing. It's like both of those things can be true at once. So, yeah, Alex did his time and he turned his life around. Those two things can coexist in our reality. So, you know, I'm not going to wish anything negative on TV or even his followers. Like, I truly pray for them, and whether they believe in God or not is irrelevant. I do, and that's how I choose to live my life. And I have found a lot more peace in my own life knowing that there is a higher authority to answer to. So I live my life accordingly. And what I know is that the very little influence that I can have in just affecting one person with my words, which took a very long time for me to even be able to articulate myself, I'm going to use that in the circumstances where people have had trouble speaking up for themselves. And that's a gift that I don't take for granted, no matter what the consequences. I'm going to do what's right. And this was right for me. And I'm very grateful that you guys trusted me to be here with Alex and to talk to him. And, you know, I'm very grateful for that. And to the chat for being so awesome. Like, thank you guys for always being amazing. So I'm really grateful.
I'll tell you, it's been a pleasure to have you up here speaking with us. I mean, you bring you bring some knowledge, you know. I mean, it's just you know, and I think, you know, for you to be up here with us tonight, I mean, it was definitely the right person.
Thank you.
You know,
I don't think anyone could have did it better.
Thank you. That means a lot, truly. Like, I think that it's definitely a very scary position when you're up against, this type of energy. I'm not even gonna call it like anything else but that, right? Like this very negative space, and sometimes coming back into these spaces is very tricky, right? You don't know what you're going to run into, what's going to happen. But then you can't allow those things to be a reason why you don't do what you feel is the right thing to do. And if more people conducted themselves that way, or at least if I can at least set some sort of example, it's you get nothing done by being quiet, but you also don't get anything done by screaming it to the rooftops. And sometimes having more of a level head and trying
Can you
to
guys
do
hear me?
things. Yeah,
Check,
we can
check.
hear you.
Hey, you know.
God damn, man. Sheesh. God damn, man. I'm sitting there bugging out. Like this thing, man, somehow or another, my computer lost access to my mic.
I was
I'm
gonna
like, what's
tell you
going
you're muted, but the mute sign wasn't there. So
Nah, it wasn't that, man. My computer was like allow access, so I had to go find the microphone to turn on. I'm sitting there fumbling and shit. My bad. I'm thinking Chimney's like she's talking. I'm like, yo, try to. I was like gonna say something, but my
No,
bad,
it's
guys.
all
Go ahead.
good.
I was just making sure. I don't mean to cut and keep going. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I mean, I was just saying, like, when you have your opportunity to speak out or whatever the case may be, use your voice in a way that's level headed as opposed to screaming, throwing insults. Like, that gets nowhere, that does nothing. I've been in fight mode, it's exhausting, and it doesn't make any sense why people need to continue to be like that. And for anyone going on panels and wanting peace, well, peace starts with you not participating in all this nonsense, or at least or just speak your piece. And also know that if you don't like certain chats, you don't have to go there. Don't fight with people. What's the point? Use that
Well,
energy towards something better.
this might be the part of the show you might want to log off.
Are you going to read hateful? I can take it. Like, I'm not.
I'm just saying because I'm going on reaction to what I seen. You know,
Response, not reaction. Response
yeah,
is better.
yeah, response. Yeah, response. I mean, listen, TB, you're ending your show. You don't even know how to end your show. You don't even know what to do. Your show was a straight shit show. You don't know where there's nothing to clean up here, brother. There's no narratives you can spin. There's nothing you could do. It doesn't matter who did what, who linked up, who did this, who did that. You had him on your channel. You wrote a blog. He didn't like the blog. He didn't want to talk to you. He came out like a man. He blew everybody's mind to do what he did. And he sat up here and he sat up here and he even said at the end of it all, I'm not in it for anything else. Ray from Dallas, look what he was in it for. He had every reason to hide his face. He has every reason not to show his face because he is in it for the money. He's monetized. This kid doesn't care about the money. You think this kid right now, he's such a crook, he's such this, he's such that. You think he would take it, run with it, and move forward with it to try to get some type of money, some type of sympathy. He just wanted to get the message out there, and that is clear. So everything, it all points to that you fucked up. That's what it points to. And you don't need this type of shit, my dude. You got this open case, this, that. You know what I mean? You got lawyers. I mean, I'm sure Better would love this. Bradle, I'm sure they would love you shitting on a man speaking his truth and you going batshit crazy on your live in a suit, acting like you're a
Shitting on
lawyer
a
or some
victim,
type
not a man, a victim.
a victim,
I'll one up that, a survivor.
a survivor.
Look at that, even better.
I mean, it's just horrible. And that's what I'm saying. So the people that are in his chat, ladies and gentlemen, the people that are going to come over here after his shit is over, and I'm sure he's still, this is what I'm saying. He's still watching this right now. Like, I'm sure, right? He's so spiraled out of control. He don't even know when to stop his own live. He's still, I think he's like behind us a little bit.
So how about
there
we
we go.
play,
So he's right here. Yeah.
How
We'll
about
play
we
some
play a
music.
little music? How about we play a little music for him?
Let's get this party rocking.
Well, now that you said that,
God damn.
yeah, I'm sure.
I think we can all use a little music break because
God
it's a lot,
damn.
but
Take him
I
up to
don't mean to-
39,000, JFK.
39,000. Let's go.
I don't mean to I don't mean to be a downer, but I have to do this real quick. I have to play this real quick. I'm gonna play a couple of songs. I mean, this is pretty depressing too. to be honest with you. I mean, but I have to put it out there. Today we lost a great musician. This man right here, Brad
man,
Arnold.
about that.
Oh man.
You know, cancer. So let's just rock off with
Down,
Brad.
man.
Wasn't he like 47 years old?
100 days have made me older since the last time that I saw your pretty face. 1,000 lives have made me colder, and I don't think I can look at this the same. But all the miles that separate disappear now when I'm dreaming of your face. I'm here without you, baby, but you're still on my lonely mind. I think about you, baby, and I dream about you all the time. I'm here without you, baby, but you're still with me in my dreams. And tonight, it's only you and me. The miles just keep rolling as the people leave their way to say hello. I've heard this life is overrated, but I hope that it gets better as we go. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm here without you, baby, but you're still on my lonely mind. I think about you, baby, and I dream about you all the time. I'm here without you, baby, but you're still with me in my dreams. And tonight, girl, there's only you and me. Everything I know, and anywhere I go, it gets hard, but it won't take away my love. And when the last one falls, when it's all said and done, it gets hard, but it won't take away my love.
Hold on. This guy is still yapping. What are you saying? Shut up. Will you?
There's another
Get caught up,
world
Aiden.
inside of me that you may never see. There's secrets in this life that I can't hide. Somewhere in this darkness there's a light that I can't find. Well, maybe it's too far away, yeah. Or maybe I'm just blind. Maybe I'm just blind. So
R.I.P. Brad. Let's
So
go.
hold me when I'm here, love me when I'm wrong, hold me when I'm scared, and love me when I'm gone. Everything I am and everything in me wants to be the one you wanted me to be. I'll never let you down, even if I could. Give up everything.
Hey, TB, you're a fucking rat.
You're falling for your good, so hold me when I'm here, love me when I'm wrong. You can hold me when I'm scared, you won't always be there, so love me when I'm gone. Maybe I'm just blind.
You know it's real when shoot informants, not drugs, creeps up on a stream and drops a bunch of rat emojis. That's when you know it's fucking real.
So hold me when I'm here, love me when I'm wrong, hold me when I'm scared, and love me when I'm gone. Everything I am and everything in me wants to be the one you wanted me to be. I'll never let you down, even if I could. Give up everything, if only for your good. So hold me when I'm
R.I.P. Brad Armstrong. But you know what? R.I.P. to the one and only. Lost Brad for cancer. Cancer sucks. I am a cancer survivor. Everybody that's struggling with cancer in the chat. My girl Sandy out in Cali. She's out there right now. She's struggling. Well, I don't know. Everything's good. She's great, but you know, she has cancer. She's going through another round of chemo. Anybody that's out there that's going through something for sure. But you know, this is Hood Booger Radio, so it's only right to take it to the hood. Because you can run the streets with your friends. I'll be here waiting for you. Oh, for sure. R.I.P. Tupac. Let's
You
go.
can run the streets
Hey, yo,
with
Skinny.
your thugs. I'll
Honestly,
be waiting for you.
I think I can fuck with a motherfucker like
until
you.
you get through.
See, I don't like a motherfucker that be all on me and shit, all up under
You
me.
can run the streets
Telling
with
me
your thugs.
where I can go and
I'll
in
be
case she go with
waiting
me,
for you.
when I'm coming home and all that
until
old
you
crazy
get
shit.
through.
Type of life I live.
I'll be waiting.
Now, people, here go the secret on how to keep a player. Some love making and home cooking. I'll see you later. It don't take a lot to keep a nigga hard. Must be a lady in the light, but real freaky in the dark. Plus, I got some enemies, baby. Hold my pistol and wrap your arms around a nigga every time I kiss you. Can you visualize the picture me and you in ecstasy? Don't be upset, it's good sex when you next to me. Do you wanna test me? Put your tired head on my chest. A thug niggas in the house, now you can rest. I bet you never screamed a nigga's whole name out and felt the pleasure and the pain about the very taste out your mouth. You can call me when you need me. 1-800 Sky Page when you wanna see me. Cause I could be your man, and baby you can be my lady. But you gotta give a nigga space or you drive me crazy. Run the streets.
Run the
You can run the
streets.
streets with your thugs.
Yo, Pop,
I'll be waiting.
you know I'm 16 strong behind your boot,
until
but I
you
gotta do what I gotta do.
I'll be waiting.
I gotta run the streets, you know. I ain't no clean up woman type hoe, you know. Now me and you was cool, but I ain't the one to play the fool. Can't make no money in bed,
What are
so
you
ain't no
talking
future
about right
fucking you.
now?
I ain't the bitch that love ya. Can't do a damn thing for you if you ain't about money. 9 out of 10, I'll ignore you. It's a man's world.
My man, you are on a live stream right now. You have no idea what you're doing. You're watching us. You're not even caught up. He's not even all caught up. He's way in the back. This guy is nuts. I mean, the fact that he's so convinced that this guy is a liar is insane. Like, you should just back off. Like, and this is the problem. This is what I said. They didn't like what I said before. I said the chat controls them. Because at that point, you're looking at the chat and everybody in the chat saying, yeah, you're right, man. You're right. Yeah. And that's what fuels you, right? At least, you know, but you should think in your head like, holy shit, what if I'm wrong? You know, just for 1 second, and
Yeah,
then
but you
maybe
know
shake
what
it.
it is? It's he had the interview to go a one-way interview for him to interview a witness to a crime, not a victim of a crime. So when he hit out that I'm a victim, that interview he had no questions for. So that made him spiral out. And this is why he's freaking out. Because no one ever stood up to TB the way Alex stood up to TB tonight.
Mm.
That's a fact.
And like I said, this is not a, you know, it's a tough situation because he's talking so much shit about us, like the
So
stuff that
much.
he's saying, right? And he just said this. Look, this is what gets me going. You know, I don't want to look like, you know,
And I'm a crackhead, he said.
And
yeah, I don't want to. And he's streaming our stream, so it is a as what did you call it? It's a what? Help me out, Jimmy. What you call it? It's a response, right?
yeah, well, I'll just tell you this, like, just out of respect for myself, like, you can stream this, but I probably will hop off, or because I personally don't
No, he
even
doesn't say
want
nothing
to
about.
know.
Yeah,
Well,
no,
even so, like, I just kind of feel like I love you guys. I just kind of think that, like,
yeah.
you don't have to match his energy after such a awesome
No,
night tonight.
I
You know
take
what
it.
I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
this is the second
but
part of
it's
the
your
show,
show,
and
and I
I am
respect
no
it.
no
You know,
no.
like,
I understand. No, I understand, and I'm not trying to match his energy. I'm just trying to show. I'm just trying to show that this guy. You know, it was a clip, but I won't show it what you want it. That's fine. I'll take. You know, I can respect that. That's why I said you might want to jump off. I can respect
yeah,
that.
and
That's
if that's what you want to do, like, I'm totally okay doing
no.
that.
I
Like,
mean,
you
I'm
know.
just with me. What I'm trying to say is that this guy, right? You know, it's just he's just out of control, you know, period, you know. So I guess you're right, you know. I could take your advice. I guess you're right. He's just out of control,
Well, just because, you
you
know,
know.
like, it's expected for you to do that. And then it becomes like a back and forth when it's
Yeah,
like, we know he's upset because
yeah,
he was caught off guard. And okay, I mean, a part of being a good journalist, and look, I don't want to discredit dude because when he did his thing. And I
nah,
don't,
but we're not that's what I'm saying. There's no passes tonight for that dude.
right.
You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like
Okay. And that's fair.
regardless of what he said, because you know the thing is, man, it's like he's sitting there standing on this shit without any type of like, you know, he sat there, he's watching the stream. This is what I'm saying. Like he had a second chance to watch what Alex had to say. And he still didn't take not a thing in. Everything like the shit he was saying is insane. And I guess we
And
don't
that's
have to say it. I
right.
guess we don't have to say it. And I agree with you. I agree with you. So I'll
What
fall
I
back.
will say is that that's a conscious choice that comes with very real consequences because he is also up for his own charges. I hope he's extended the same grace that he's
Right.
asking for. And
Right.
that's the only reason why, like, you know, maybe in a different stream it'll be different, but like, since we left on such a good note for Alex, like, I feel like it'll almost be like a little bit like we don't need to go there because
I agree.
just in my
I agree.
opinion, and that's
I
just all
agree.
I'm saying.
I agree. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. We got other days for that
I
for
said
sure.
God
angel
damn,
on
me too.
the
I'm
right.
You could
glad you're
do
here
members
too.
only.
God
You could
damn.
do members only. You could do
I'm
members
glad you're there
only.
because he said,
80
and
for free donuts,
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, I'm glad you're here because holy shit, the shit he was saying. Oh my fucking god, I just can't believe he's saying it. I mean, I'm just totally blown away. And I won't say what he said. And thank you, Jimmy. That's why I brought you here. And I told you, please. And I'm glad you stand up to JFK
Yeah.
because fucking Kevy Kev would have smoked a cigarette and said, "Go ahead and play the
God
clip."
damn, I did. I just had a fucking chocolate chip cookie for Christ's sake. God
You know,
damn.
but nah, you're
Have a
right,
good
and
one.
that's why I stayed off camera a lot tonight. I wanted you. I didn't want to make it about me, but damn, man, the shit that this guy is saying, I can't, and it's not so much what he's saying about any of us. It's just that I can't believe he's really doubling down on something. Like, why would he? And the thing is, it's just a very simple form. I'll just say this: the dude Correa is not speaking on it. Where's he at in all this? Like, where is he?
Oh, he's seen. It's just up to a situation out of our control for things to sort themselves out. The only thing you can do is just raise awareness, and we did that tonight, right? And for anyone being like, "Oh, it's defamatory, it's this, that, and the third," like,
Well,
to
can
be
I hit someone?
honest,
Can I hit someone with a clown button if they're in my chat calling me Randall?
sure.
TB is hammering. You love it.
You are a clown. A clown.
Reliable towing. You know
Peace
anything
see
about
you later.
what's that?
I said, peace see you later, reliable towing.
Have a good one, buddy. Make sure you
It's all right.
make sure you don't park in that spot on him, brother. It's snowing outside. It's a snow emergency. All right, you gotta pack it up. See you later. We're gonna tow you.
Yeah, like, at some point you have to laugh at the absurdity of it all, because it's like, this is what happens when real life hits certain people. They want to talk about, oh, Alex was smiling and laughing. Well, look how you guys are spiraling unnecessarily. Like, the
Turtle Boy
reaction.
saying, where's Alex receipts? Where's his proof, or where his raised proof that he's not? The proof is that he went to the Dallas police station. That wasn't. He went inside the police station. They gave him paperwork. You just said he's a criminal. He's the worst person in the world. He's gonna walk in the police station. I mean, come on, man. There you go. There's a receipt. I mean, is that close enough to it? I don't know. I'm just saying. You're gonna spin that one too. He did that all for what? For what? He doesn't even know you, man. And this is what I'm saying. You fucking played yourself because he don't even know you. And you made it, and you're making it personal between you and him. And that's what you always do, because you're concentrating on a subplot that you think is what it is. You're so caught up in you. You think it's Meredith. You think it's J.F.K. You think it's Jay Brill. You think it's Kevy. You think it's James Jackson. You think everybody's coming at you. This dude didn't want none of that. He didn't care about none of this movement, not one thing about it. He didn't care. All he cared
And he
about
said
was
he
that
probably
guy.
will be back on.
Yeah, that's it. That guy over there, and he says his name. He did this to me, and that's it. And that's, you should take what you should have done. In the perfect world, you should have said, okay, fine, and then you should have investigated Ray, and you should have took it a step further. Okay, you said that, cool. Now I'm gonna go talk to Ray about it. So if you come
I
back
mean,
tomorrow, you know what I mean?
well, what I was going to say is, even like, if I was cool with somebody and someone came out with that type of investigation, or like that type of accusation, I would immediately want to know what the hell's going on. Because if my reputation is tied to this person, like, at that point, I'm like, I don't want anything to do with this. Like, I don't condone that whatsoever. So, like, you want to get down to what could have possibly happened. So it just seems really odd that there's this quadrupling down, and there isn't this, like, just
There was
take a second to pause and reflect. Like, this is going to, if this is true and it gets investigated, which is already in motion, and something happens, you've just ruined yourself by discrediting the survivor of it all and not questioning it just for the need to be right. Like, it can't be worth it. Like, especially when you've built, regardless of what I think of your brand is irrelevant. This is how you provide for your children. This is how you provide for yourself. So it just, like, that rationale is not there right now, because it's blind rage over the inability to not have control over the situation. Fuck all that. Are you really going to go out over that? Like, something that you can easily just get off of your life live right now. Do your due diligence to make sure that this isn't going to affect you and all your friends. Like, you guys are not looking out for each other. I don't understand. Like, are you guys friends? What's happening here? Like, I don't
Miss
know.
808 says, JFK, I really appreciate you for giving Chimmy the space to speak with
Oh,
Alex so eloquently, so respectfully. This is huge for Alex and so many.
thank you. I love you guys. The chat has been so supportive and amazing just in general. Like, truly wonderful.
Let's give a law wifey thank you. Apologies to the chat for using caps. I tried to super chat the comment first, but it wouldn't let me. It's been an emotional night. Felt the need to express myself. Well, see, the
We
thing
hear
is,
you,
we
bro.
didn't, we wasn't here trying to interrogate him or anything like that. We just, he came over after there, and he said, "Hey, I want, you guys alive. Let me jump on and speak." And I said, "Hey, Jimmy, Go ahead and handle that, because it's not about me. It's not about, and they're making it about us. So we to use Chimmy's words from now on, you feel like you need to respond. It's real hard not to when they just, and like I said, I'm kind of pissed off about today. I ain't gonna lie. My niece got a text message by some fucking creep, talking shit. And that shit pissed me off, because it's like now, like what? There's gonna be 10 more people doing that. And that's the thing, and it's like, this has nothing to do with me. You keep making it about me versus you. This is not me versus you. This is about the guy that you're defending, that you brought in to be this guy, you know, um, little Ralphie, to say all these crazy things. TB's the GOAT, TB's the GOAT. So you feel that you need to speak. But this guy, little Ralphie, would speak to anything if his name was mentioned. And the fact that this is 2 times, well, actually 3, if you take the first stream, TB stream, and then us. He's still not in TB stream, and he's still not in this stream to come up. You think he would have TB's on there all by himself. You think he would jump up there and correct the record? Wouldn't anybody do that? I'm just
Or
trying
at
to
least,
understand.
just say it's going to be handled legally or whatever the case may be.
Yeah,
Just
and that's
you don't
it's
have
not
to
for
do
me.
all this.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not for me to say whether it happened or it didn't happen. I'm just saying I'm going with the public perception. The public perception, little Ralphie, it doesn't look good in my eyes. Everybody else that got your back, I mean, cool. If you feel like going on live streams and acting, and not talking about it, I don't know how long that's gonna last for. And that's what I'm trying to tell you people out there. I don't care if you like JFK. I don't want you here anyway. If you came from there, stay over there. But use your head and tell your fucking leader that he's wrong. Tell him that he's wrong the way he's going about it, the way he is going about it. At least tell him that. Because what? He's going to write another blog? Is that the next thing he's going to do? This is no different. And I'll pull this up. All right? I'm going to pull this up. And it's nothing because Chimmy's right. I listen to Chimmy for whatever fucking reason. I listen to it. Goddamn. But anyway, right? She got some type of power. Chimmy be schooling me. But I need that. I need people to say, JFK, calm the fuck down. Because I'm the one that said, let's not do it. And then I stopped backtracking. I'm a bug show. But let me just pull this up, right? This is a perfect example of what I'm trying to say, at least without playing.
Us down at every turn. And yesterday was the final letdown. And that's why we're here.
We were just witnesses. This is a thing that we weren't.
I was just woken up out of a cold sleep from hanging out the night before. By the time I came downstairs, the police were already in my house. John was already gone. There was nobody to save. I would have taken a bullet for John O'Keefe because he was a fellow cop. That's the most ridiculous question that people always ask. It makes 0 sense. What am I supposed to do? Run out front in my underwear?
I might have helped. But anyway, what I'm saying is this. I talked to a person. I don't know if this person is in the chat or if this person is watching, but this person is cool people. And I asked that person, because that came out the night she got acquitted. The night she got acquitted, Karen Reed, that video came out. And I said to this person who doesn't, put it this way, this person is not the type of person you would think JFK would talk to. So we'll just put it like that, right? And I said, what do you see when you seen that video? And the person says, I see a person who lost all their powers. I see a person that they went as far as they can go for them. Like the system, like the cops went as far as they can go. We set it all up. We did everything for you. We got Proctor to do the tail light, the this, the that, everything. The first trial, like we had your back. We can't go no further. You're on your own, buddy. And you see a guy losing his power, upset. That same tone that you're hearing from this guy is Brian Albert. Brian Albert and that guy. They're losing their tone. You're losing your power. What are you gonna go write a blog? That blog ain't powerful, bro. What are you gonna write another blog to throw people out there? You're gonna say JFK stole a pair of sneakers in 1990? Save the trouble. I'll tell you myself. Save the trouble. You know what I mean? Like, what are you gonna do? Someone's gonna pop out the woodwork and say some shit. Like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna write more blogs, like you would say, and keep it going and going. You lost your power. That's it. People, there's only so far you can go. You fucked up. The perception was you put the suit on, You sat back, journalist, and it's everything like Brill said. You thought you were interviewing a witness, right? But you really got a victim to everybody's surprise. And then you want to downplay that. That's when you should have just, if you really wore that suit and you really was a journalist, you would have took the time to stop for a second. But you want to micromanage everything, and then you just crashed out. And that's what Brian Albert's doing. He wants to micromanage everything, and that's why it's on the decline. That's why you don't see him no more. So that's equivalent to what I'm saying, if that makes any sense, the parallel.
100%.
We've
Sorry,
said
go
this,
ahead, Vika.
we've said this in a case that we've been covering. I mean, when it comes to the journalism, what supports that is investigate. I mean, that whole blog was spun. I mean, it's just it was really to discredit him, not knowing that he was the victim.
He certainly wasn't expecting that, I think. And even listening to a little bit about some of the questions he was asking, I'm sorry, I don't remember the woman's name. I think it was Lisa.
Yep.
And she was kind of explaining to him, just from working with survivors, that, this isn't like very matter of fact. It's like a perfect timeline for everyone. That's not how it works. And for someone who doesn't have any understanding, instead of taking a second to just try to educate themselves, when you have someone who works in the field or has experience with people, it just turned into, how do I prove my point or get out of this to be right? And it just does, especially if you're choosing to refer to yourself and you are a journalist, there are ethical, codes that you're supposed to go by, especially with topics like this. And, if you weren't in a position to handle a case like this, or because you're just not informed or have experience or know people around you who have experience, he could have also chosen not to interview Alex and just been like, well, I don't care, disassociate from everything, right? But, we've talked about this before. I think that sometimes when you become an internet personality, if your ego goes unchecked, it can be dangerous to you and dangerous to others. And you get only just so absorbed into your own world that you lose sight of reality. It's kind of like rich people. So like celebrities who try to talk about common people issues, and it's like people are starving and they're feasting, right? It's like there's this disconnect of what reality is in that moment. So it's okay to not be good at or be familiar with certain topics. Like if abuse is something that you're not familiar with and you didn't take a second to educate yourself prior to having a victim, to understand the sensitivity that it takes to speak to someone like that. And disclaimer, I am not a therapist. I am not a licensed professional, medical professional, any of those things. I'm just a human who observes, and I'm a spiritual person. So maybe that's why it can be a little bit, I can kind of work the room a little bit differently from that perspective, but I don't claim to have that experience, nor would I guide people to do X, Y, and Z. I'm just making observations, and I'm open to be wrong.
The fact that, listen, my name is Randy. Congratulations. You guys know my real name. When do I have I got a whole Facebook with my name named Randy. My name's Randy. I like my name. It's a great name. Beautiful name. Would you believe it? You think that, like, is that that's what I mean? The layers of you people. Randy. Okay, cool. What's your name? Ron Y. Look mad. You never see. Look at that right there. Look at that picture right there. You see that picture? That's a guy holding cards from detectives from a police station. All right? That's all I'm saying. That shit looks legit to me.
Looks like there's a case number in the beginning of that one on the third picture.
What does it look like to you, Tim?
I mean, it just shows that someone is really going to take whatever measures necessary to prove that their story is the truth. And he didn't have to show us this. He didn't have to even go down this route. And for, you know, between him and his creator, it was his time, and this is what he's doing. So if now the receipt is here that he actually went to the police, and he can get in trouble for, I don't know.
Lying.
Yeah, for lying. So like, I don't know. I don't know
He's
how
going in
it,
front of he's going in front of police officers, telling them to go to this guy, right? Little Ralphie, telling them this guy did this to me back in these years, and they're gonna take it serious, and they're gonna pull up, and they're gonna say, hey, they're gonna go to this dude's house with his family there, and pull up to him and say, listen, or they're gonna call him up and tell him probably call him up, tell him to come to the station, and he's gonna have to go, or they're gonna come see him, right? So the best thing to do is to go, and what are you gonna go with, a lawyer? I ain't got nothing to say. Is that the first thing you're gonna do with Higgins? I'm here with a lawyer. I'm just saying. And then once you do that, that's when the cops go, really? And I'm not saying that, that's not the right thing to do, to bring a lawyer. Because anytime the cops want to question you, if you have a lawyer, you should bring a lawyer, I guess. But if these are so false and everything's just so crazy out, I mean, it would be easy to dispute. And then there's no I'm just trying to figure out the reason why someone would go through all this trouble to take you out. Now, if you could give me that reason, I got no problem with, coming back and we can have a conversation. But you're not giving me any reason whatsoever. It's just like, what is it?
I just want to give a shout out to the chat really quickly, if that's okay, because I just briefly saw Melanie Little's name there.
Well,
And
she's
that's a
in here?
great, no. I just saw it because they're referencing Melanie Little took on the Catholic Church. She says it in every stream for victims of
she?
SA. Yes, in the
Wow.
Catholic Church.
Wow.
And he's cool with her. And she's the perfect person to talk to about how to have an interview with someone who is alleging and saying these accusations, right? Like, that's where I feel like I don't know how this is. You have the resources around you. You have a lawyer who won against the Catholic Church. That's who you want to talk to, or at least use in a way to help you go through this whole thing. But it seems like he didn't
look at
talk to anybody. I don't know.
Who's that? Alex didn't talk to anybody?
No, TB didn't talk to anyone
Oh, no,
about how to handle the
exactly.
interview.
Exactly.
And he has
he
the
doesn't,
resources.
because he doesn't care. It's all about him. In his mind, it was the setup. It was the plot. Like, oh, why'd they bring him up there? It was an ambush. And if it was an ambush, then da-da-da. Like, that's all he cares about. He cares about internet wars. It doesn't make a difference who came up and how someone comes up. It's very simple. If he's on the screen, the kid pops up, he's out the back door. That should have right then and there make you go, all right, let me talk to this guy. Let me talk to this kid.
Sorry,
and
EJ also
try-
says. Sorry, EJ also says that Betero is also he's dealing with people that dealt with Epstein. So it's
that's what
not
I'm
like,
saying. Yeah. So he had plenty of resources, but instead he thought in his mind he was coming in here, that his mind was made up that he was going to take this kid and he was going to use him as a missile to destroy everything in the path. I'm going to use his story and I'm going to destroy Meredith and Jay. Everybody's getting it. But hold on a minute. Now it's like, well, wait a minute. He drops the bomb. He turns it around and he comes out. Everybody's shocked. I mean, the real people are shocked. All of us are like, holy shit. But then all of a sudden, everybody else is like, he's lying, and he's staying live. And he thinks by staying live all these extra hours is going to, it's going to pick up, like it's going to do something. It's doing nothing. It's doing nothing, because when you break it down, I don't care how long the live stream goes. When you break it down, the story that this dude says is going to be the same. I don't care if you go live for the next 10 hours shitting on us. You do 9 more blogs. The fucking story's never going to change. I said the same thing about the Karen Reed case. Okay, I don't care about what Chris Albert says, how he's feeling today, how he thinks the Karen Reed's movement's doing today. I don't care about them opinions. At the end of the day, he's got to worry about 1/29/2022 at 11:58 when an ATF agent grabbed his arm. That's what he needs to worry about and answer to that. because that story never's going to change. It's on camera, just like this. This story's never going to change. So I don't care how much pushback you keep pushing back and how much you want to troll and how many these soccer accounts and all that. Okay, cool. But every time that guy Alex pops his head out, he's going to be speaking that same story over and over again. But I'll just say this, and we didn't get too graphic tonight. You guys talked and I was backstage, but there's something that stuck out to me. And I hope I don't come off rude or anything like that when I say this.
Should you
and it's
just add
not
disclaimer?
Nah, I don't mean it to be. I don't know if that's the right thing to say, rude. I don't even know if that's the right word. But keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, I'm tired. It's 1 a.m. This was a lot for all of us, man. I was emotional at the beginning of the show because I just can't believe the hate that they have for us, that they would just discredit a victim. That's all. I think that's the way to say that. But what I'm saying is, what stuck out to me that makes me say, he said, I didn't know if I was gay or not. Behind the assault.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
that's not talked about enough.
I don't know how many men would come on a live stream and say some shit like that. I don't know how many men would call another man handsome, because they might think they were gay. I'm just saying, to say that, I mean, come on, man. There's got to be a reason why he's saying that. That's all I'm saying. There has to be a reason. Why ain't we hearing the reason? And I'll say this. What did I have loaded up? I didn't even have anything loaded up. That's how cooked up I am. But go ahead. J. Bro, talk to Jimmy. Will you do something? Will you not? Help me out. I'm losing altitude.
Goddamn, J. Bro.
Listen, I'm going to tell you, like I told you yesterday, people want to blame us for this. This isn't us. This isn't anybody but him doing it to himself. He could have turned that interview around and had some type of sympathy or empathy or whatever you want to call it for Alex once he said he's the victim, but he didn't. That just proves his character. He's going to blame Meredith. He's going to blame us. He's going to blame all Kev, you, Jimmy, the chat, but he's not blaming the person that's doing it, and that's himself. He's self-imploding, and he's been, and this is God's work. We didn't do this. God did this. It happened for a reason.
And it's coming from a completely unbiased person in the sense that Alex wasn't a part of the movement. He doesn't even have a stream connected to Karen Reed or to any of us. And
imagine if he would have backtracked, though. Imagine after he seen that blog, he decided to say, you know what? I'm not talking no more.
But he didn't.
Right.
That should tell you something.
And that's the effect of them blogs could have. And that's what I mean. Like, your blogs are not powerful no more. Nobody cares about what you write. Nobody cares about you pulling stories up. I get it. Some of the things that he might have done in his past might have not been the best things. I get all that.
Like I
and
said,
that doesn't even mean and that doesn't mean I agree with him. I don't agree. That doesn't mean I agree with him. Let's be clear. But what are you gonna do? He's got to make amends with that. And basically hearing him talk and hearing him speak, it seems like he's doing his best to right his wrongs.
I mean, you just said something. I mean, what do I usually call it?
A play by design?
Yes. Damn, I was gonna get to it first.
I mean, to me, that's he was on a scare tactic. He wanted to scare Alex, so he didn't come on his show. And I think that was part of his plan. I thought, to myself, I said, shit, the agent of chaos wrote another story to scare this fucking guy. And Alex wasn't scared. Alex wasn't scared at all. He seen right through that bullshit. He lived that bullshit. Everything he was talking about tonight, he lived through that. I mean, he paid his debt to society He's been now for the past 8 years, he's been accepted to, you know, accepted back into society, which is tough for some people.
Oh, it's tough. He's been out since 2018. That's a long time. You
Look
know
at
what I
his
mean?
accomplishments since then.
That's a long time, man. That's almost 10 years, bro. A
And
decade
even if it
outside.
was like 2 years, 3 years, the fact that people choose to do different, it has to be acknowledged. And I think that that's part of why we have so many issues and people are so quick to be critical of others. Just because you don't see the potential in yourself to change doesn't mean that others can't. And there's going to be opportunities in your life where you won't even have the same commonalities with people that you've known for decades because you outgrow them and you're just called to a different path. Does that make you a jerk? No. That just means that you're being called to something different and that's okay. Like our society has kind of just like it's so interesting that we went from not vocalizing our feelings and keeping everything inside to this wave of mental health awareness. And then now to everything is in complete jumbled up because I've mentioned this before, like when you have something good going or you have like a mental health awareness thing, there's going to be people who abuse it. Just like free speech, not all free speech is protected. And you can't just hide behind insults and not think that that energy is not going to come back to you in another form. So just being mindful of like first of all, the liberties that we have to be able to even say half of these things on the internet and that we don't have the government knocking on our doors. We have to understand that. And like, look at Alex. Like Alex can go on the internet and say, this happened to me, and can find the proper legal avenue to set an investigation in motion. But if we keep fighting each other over semantics and trying to like dissect and, you know, pull what's convenient, what's not, and not try to be fair across the board, then all of us get affected, even him. You know, like that's the other thing. It's like you want to fight for free speech. Okay, great. But what are you doing to truly make sure that if you're going to be the face of this movement, are you doing yourself any favors by creating more enemies? It's like the math is not mathing here. You know what I mean? Like, and I deal with energy. Like I told you before, I don't feel like I live in the way that people operate here. I see you on an energetic level. Like, I'm like, your vibe is off. It's weird. All right, I'm moving on. But you have to expect that whatever you put out will come back to you. And be mindful of that, because even if it doesn't come back to you, it indirectly hits the people you care about. So if you care about people and you care about yourself, just be more conscious about the decisions that you make. And we've lost that in society with like, people don't know who to trust anymore. They don't know, they lean on their mental health as, you know, a crutch. Oh, well, I have ADHD, so I'm going to overtalk people instead of trying to find a way to like calm it down. And I'm someone who has it. And I had to learn that the method that worked for me was to meditate and to take a breather, and that I will get to the point, but to be more present, because my mind will be like this constantly. So you just find the methods that work for you without it having to harm others. And hopefully that gets established tonight, where we just all collectively just try to do a little bit better every day. I think our world needs it, you know? So if we can be examples of that, then great. You might want to rewind, sir. But God bless.
God bless you.
We got the link up. We have the link up in the comment section. We got the link up. Terry Dory coming up here real quick.
Yay.
What up, Terry?
Oh my goodness. Am I up here? I can't see anything. My contact fell out.
Goddamn.
So I'm living in a world of blackness. Um, listen, at the end of the day, Kim and I spoke about this today. It's just like, you know, kindness matters and it's seen every day. And if you don't have a soul that actually, am I up here? I didn't even see this.
Yeah, you're up here. We can't see you're all it's all black, everything.
God damn.
Oh, it is? Oh my God.
It's
All
fine
right,
though.
hold on. Oh, God darn
It's
it.
fine. We can hear you though. We can hear you.
But yeah, at the end of the day, this stuff is just, it's beyond toxic. And if we really sit back and listen to what happened today, and witness Alex give his soul and put his soul out there to everybody of what happened to him. As a man, I could never, ever understand it. Oh my God, his heart must have been bleeding. But you have to eventually let it out. And God love him for that. And, for somebody to, for these guys to do what they did to him and degrade him, that's sad. And, but that shows character, right? At the end of the day, right? And I'm blessed that we're with a bunch of men that actually are men, that are alpha men in their masculine energy, that actually show, respect for women. And turtle karma's coming. That's all I have to say. I believe that. And you can only go so far with being ugly before it's gonna come and bite him. And she's not pretty. She'll bite you in the bummy really quick. So, you know, but God bless to you, JFK, Kevin Kev, J Brill, for your honesty and your love that you show here all the time. And that is so
Thank you.
needed in this world. No, it is so needed because there's not a stream out there. I'm going to tell you, I've looked at all of them. I've actually nixed half of them, most of them, because this is truth. And if people really want to hear truth, the only other place I hear it is Calling All Beings. DJ's an awesome man. Bia Boston's beautiful. I love her. And but other than that, I don't have a lot of faith in a lot of people. And because I've seen it. And shame on him for disrespecting somebody that went through SA. That's not something to ever laugh or even open your mouth about. It's the most.
Hold on a second, Terry. Hold on 1 second. Surviving John Marshall. Listen, you widow, right? You heard it first. You heard what did I hear first? Oh, I know what you heard. Did you hear this first though? What did you hear? Tell me what you heard. I think you heard something like this.
What did you hear?
You are a clown. A clown.
Clown?
You are a clown. A clown.
You know, you're in here, you keep doing all these chats. First off the bat, right? What I said, public perception. I'll say it again if you didn't hear me. Public perception, based on everything that this man came on here tonight and everything that he said, you can only assume. You can only assume from the outside looking in right now without no context from the other side, with no context, you, Surviving Marshall, but no context on the other side to see why a guy would be lying about that. There's nobody on the other side telling us why he would be lying like that. And he's saying, bring that man to me and that man and tell that man to call me a liar. Oh, by the way, John Marshall, There's a picture like this. You see that picture right there? He went to the police. So when you go to the police, right? I mean, this dude, he just got blasted all over the internet about being a criminal, a piece of shit, this, that, all these things. But he went to the police based on all the things he told Chimmy tonight. He didn't tell me it. He told Chimmy it. He told the chat. I was out back. I was chilling. I was
he's
listening
saying-
like the chat.
Sorry,
You know what I
J.F.K.,
mean?
but he's saying Alex is telling the truth. So I'm not sure if we're misinterpreting his comment.
You
or-
heard it from JFK first. Alex
Alex
is telling the truth. No, he's saying
Maybe
he's
I'm misinterpreting that, but I thought
I'm
yeah,
reading
well, you
it
heard it
wrong,
on
JFK?
I think
here.
you're taking it wrong.
No, but I just heard him say. I just seen him in there saying thanks to JFK and thanks to JFK and Jay Brill, Alex is getting his kids taken away. We're gonna get his kids taken away. They're saying that the same guy saying. I'm watching the chat. He's saying a bunch of shit. Oh, I'm a survivor. Okay, so you would. I'm not trying to get the dude's kids taken away. I mean, I mean, should he have kids? I don't know. That's the point. If you said that,
You
because I
should have
thought he was
thought
saying
about that before his actions.
no, exactly, but we don't know that for a fact, right? So what he got to do is he has to speak to it. Sooner or later, this dude's gonna have to speak to it. I mean, does he really want to go to court, this dude Correa, and go in front of a judge? I mean, and like I don't know. I don't even know what they can investigate. And like you said, what if they did investigate the family and they went to other people in the same age group as Alex and there's other victims? Now, if you get 2 or 3 other people saying the same thing, now the case gets more tough. So I apologize, Survivor John Marshall, if I read it wrong. But I'm not trying to get his kids taken away because technically I still don't
They're
know if
saying
it's
you'll save Ray's kids.
okay, I get that, but I don't know 100% if it's true. But based on the perception of everything I've seen, it's looking to be true. You know what I'm saying? It's looking like it's to be true, unless Ray can explain why someone would do all this. I mean, and I think that's fair. But I mean, he had 3 tries. He had TB. TB was on for 4 hours, 5 hours. He never went up there once. And is TB going to get him up there in the next couple of days? Or is it just going to be an attack against us? But
And
that
even
guy
if
gets
it
away with
is,
it. Yeah.
like I think that
They're
I don't
saying
I told you this before, and I want to say it now because I messaged this to you early on because I peeped game from the very beginning. You have power on your mic. Period. That's undeniable now, and I'm not saying that for any other reason, but because we've said this before too. The response to your role in all of this, they're just giving you way too much credit for destroying a movement if you're nobody, right? If you're nobody, then why would you give somebody so much credit? So obviously,
I think this dude's trolling, man. I think this dude's trolling. That's my
yeah,
opinion.
he is
But
a
you know
troll,
what?
bro. I just got a call. I'm kicking him out.
Yeah, he's a troll. I could sense a troll, bro. I can see the wordplay.
Okay.
I could. Your man JFK's on his job. Get that dude out of here. Pack it the fuck up. See you later.
No, I
You know what I
already,
mean?
I already hit him.
See you later.
So-
He's a troll.
well, goodbye, sir. Anyway, but what I'm saying
It
is
is.
that
That's what I'm saying. These people will say shit like that because this is not my story. This is not my story. This is the dude Alex's story. It's been going on for 30 years. I mean, 27 years. It's no different than the Eddie O'Brien story. It's not my story. I can speak to it, but it's not my story. Ultimately, I'm not making accusations,
allegations.
and allegations. I'm not doing that. He did that. And he went on TB's tonight, a big platform, 150,000 subs, and he told his truth. And this dude is downplaying it, still doubling down because he said he's a journalist. If you ask me, he realized he fucked up, and what is he gonna do? He's basically a gambler that went to the casino with 20 grand in his pocket and he lost 10 grand in the first 5 minutes. And he's like, you lose 10 grand in the first 5 minutes. At that point, you got to realize it's not your fucking night. But what do? Like a fucking degenerate, you sit there and then you lose it all. You fucking lose it all. Oh, how about this? You end up winning the 10 grand back. Like you start getting at least, like you get 7 of it back. And then you have a chance again to walk out. But you stay in. You stay there. You let your degenerate ways catch up to you and you fucking lose it all. And then you're out of your mind. And that's what we see tonight. Self-destruction. That's self-destruct. It's a silent killer. Gambling is a silent killer. And that's exactly what happened to him tonight. But sorry, Terry, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I, it's so I'm not gonna giggle. Jimmy might understand this, but I just told her that I was like watching gambling on YouTube all day because I needed a distraction.
You've been there and done that, huh?
A bit. Oh, I love it. It's
Oh, you
my
love it.
fun time. I
Oh
love it.
yeah. Yeah.
I'm like,
That's
if
one.
I
Well,
could
see,
take
that's one
me and
way. That's
Apex together, Apex and I would be like, let's go, sis.
yeah. Well, that's
But
one way. That's
no,
one
but
way to justify it. I love it. It's so fun. That's one way to justify the
it
fucking
is,
habit.
it is fun. But listen, when you're dealing with human beings, that's not fun.
No.
I'll gamble with a chip and money. That, that's on me. That's
Right.
mine. I own that. I'll take it. I'll play and have fun. I never lose, by the way. But
Oh, you're lucky. You're lucky then. Me, on the other
well,
hand,
because I'm smart. I'm very smart. I don't. I
hold on.
walk away from a table.
Spoken like a true gambler.
I'm, I walk away. You got to learn to walk away, and maybe
And
that's
that's
the
what he should
point,
have did
right?
tonight. That's what he
Yeah,
should have did tonight. He
exactly.
should have walked away.
Walked away and just said, "Okay, this is over and done with." But that whole facade, and I don't care if they screenshot this and put it up wherever they put it. Oh my God. When I ever saw the man in a blazer, like he was in an interview, I thought I was going to throw up. I was just like, dude. And I haven't been on his channel in
Terry,
forever. The
1:30
minute
a.m. thoughts. 1:30 a.m. thoughts.
I mean, that was the
God
silliest
damn,
thing I've
Terry.
ever seen.
You can
God
text
damn.
me later about it. You can text me later.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later. Anyway, I just thought that was kind of a little cuckoo. I've never seen a man in a suit except in front of court. When I saw that, I just went, oh, here we go. Let the drama begin. I mean, he started drama with what he was wearing. I'm sorry. I saw it the minute I saw it. I went, here we go. I'm a
No,
journalist.
Terry,
Look at me.
Terry said, he started drama. No, Terry, we're not doing that right now. Text all of
I
this
know.
in safer space outside of the internet.
No, I don't,
Uh,
listen, I'm an Aries. I can't help myself. You're
well,
fire.
what I will say to your point is that how great would it have been if he actually did prepare himself appropriately, and then yeah, he looks the part, he's doing the part, and he did his job. Everybody would have given him his props. I don't think
Yeah.
like the thing is like no one hates you, bro. Like no one has enough
No,
energy
I don't know
to.
about. I don't know
Well,
about
no,
that.
and what I mean by it,
God damn.
what I mean by that is
Fuck that dude. Fuck that rat. There's
okay.
no more passes for that dude. Fuck that dude. Fuck him. Fuck him. Fuck him.
I
Sorry, I'm not speaking for you, but I'm just speaking
it's
for me.
okay.
Fuck.
I'm
You're
taking
a
my
rat.
key to the city back.
All right, you guys are men, between men. I'm a woman. I operate differently in the sense that like I don't have enough energy to hate someone. That's just my own personal opinion. But what I will say is that I know even with you guys, you wouldn't be petty about it if he actually did a good job. You would give him his props. And I know that that's what it, even if he's like a jerk in whatever capacity, if he respected Alex and his story and did the right thing, you guys would have given him his props. I know that for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's the part
Absolutely.
that maybe doesn't resonate with people who only operate on tunnel vision, that they can only see red and can't see any other color of the beautiful rainbow. Like it's like there's multiple lanes and opportunities, but had he done it correctly, he could have turned all of this around. And I was hoping for that. But when you don't know your target well enough, because you make an assumption of what you think they're going to be based on who you assume or what you've seen. I mean, he probably saw him on the chat and or on the panel the last time and was like, this is an easy target, you know, because he's a southern dude and he's a hood dude and he speaks a certain way, he moves a certain way. So it's easy to
Not
generate
really though. I'm gonna be
assumption.
real with you. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think he moves a certain way. I mean, I think he's very well spoken, man.
Yes,
You know
but
what I'm saying? I think
in
he's very
his
well
world,
spoken,
but in
very
his
smart.
world,
Yeah, in
yes,
his
I'm not
world,
going to
in
deny
his
that. His
racist
world
women,
is different.
in his
Racist.
racist world.
Mm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? That's another thing. Not only did you deny, because let me tell you something. Let's ask this question. If it was a white guy saying he was the victim, would it be different? I'm
Mm.
just saying, if it was a
I don't
white
know.
dude, 37 years old, saying it, would it be different? Is it because he's a black dude what does he say this is? A flat brim? Is that what it is? I'm just saying. I mean, based on can only go on this dude's track records, hood boogers, dropping the W word. That's another word for the N word. All the different shit he says. We can only go on facts. And I know some of these people in this chat are like, JFK, please don't take it there because some of you people in denial, you still stuck on these generational curses and you still drop N bombs every time you see a black man, probably. But hey, grow the fuck up, stop the generational curses, right? And you know what I'm saying? And we're all human at the end of the day, right? And that's what it is. But I'm just saying with that guy, why doesn't he believe him? Why doesn't he? But then he'll say, well, I'm sticking up for Ray from Dallas. Well, that's the only reason why he's sticking up for Ray from Dallas, because Ray from Dallas stuck up for you. So you feel you need to stick up to him because you're letting these people sway you. This is what you feel you need to do. You have tunnel vision. Tunnel vision is not always good, man.
Well, there is no
Let me
loyalty amongst thieves, I'll tell you
let me
that.
explain something. Let me explain something. I said it to Jay Brill. You became disorientated, right? And that's why you don't got enough flight time, man. You can fly a Cessna. You can't fly a 747. You know what I mean? Like, you can fly that little fucking puddle jumper. Go ahead, congratulations. But you ain't flying that fucking airliner because guess what? You got to rely on them instruments. And when you're flying and you get in a spot where everything's just black and you're looking out that little window and you're like, holy shit, I can't see a fucking thing. But on these instruments right here, it's saying that we're okay. But then all of a sudden you get disorientated. You start thinking you're not okay. And then you take the wheel and you start trying to fly it. And then you try to get away from the clouds. And then when you break the clouds, bam, there's a mountain right there. And you just crashed because you got disorientated. You thought you could handle it. You got to rely on the instruments. You need training. You got to, so, you know what I mean? So to parallel what the instruments are, start like the people around you telling you there's nobody that could whisper in your ear, hey buddy, we're okay. Pull the plug on this. You want to pilot, you wanted to pilot something that you're just not equipped to do. And you crashed out. And that's all that was. And that's it. And I don't know how you come back from that. And I don't give a fuck. There's no more giving you a pass. There's no more, hey, he's this, he's that, Karen Reed. Karen Reed thinks you're a rat. Okay? That's what she thinks. She thinks you're a fucking rat. She don't like you. She thinks you're a rat. All right? Where's Karen? Where's she at? She thinks you're a rat. All right? That's what's going on here. You know it, I know it, and that's a fact. All right? That's what's going on here. No more passes for you. Who gives a fuck? Who cares about you? You're just a little fucking man, to quote our girl, Trisha O'Brien. You're just a little man. That's all you are. You're a punk.
Evil little man.
An evil
little man. And Terry and I spoke about Rat's pussy today.
I like to be fair, you guys, like I talked to Terry, like it's just easy. Like I think I was blessed with the ability to be easy to talk to. Like I can talk to anyone about anything, anytime. Like it'll just be a long, nice conversation. But I tried to keep it as focused on major life things or lessons or observation and to kind of like help people see through things because I think a lot of us have been taught to deny our gut feeling. And that's the only reason, like when you said, yo, you want to come up? I'm like, without hesitation, yes.
Yeah.
And usually like I would have questioned it 100 times, like but no, it was the right thing to do. And it made sense. And I'm grateful for that. And it's something that, maybe this is something I'm good at and I didn't realize it. And that's cool. You know, like Jay Brill is an investigator. We know that now, you know, and I don't know if this means what this means for me, but I know that I've been blessed with the ability to help people navigate through their issues in not a medical way, but in a more spiritual way. And if it helps people heal so that there's less of certain people around and more people living truthfully and with their own purpose, then I'm grateful to God for that. So,
Yeah,
you know,
no, you are. You're a blessing. Like,
thank
I mean,
you.
you no, you are. Honest to God.
These guys are a
And
blessing. They like offered this
and
platform.
you
That's
guys are.
awesome.
We talked about that today. I'm like how blessed we are to have met the best people in the world. Um,
Just when you thought,
but
just when you, oh, go. I'm sorry, Terry.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
No,
No,
just
no, no,
like
no, no.
I
You go ahead. You go
I
ahead. You
was
go ahead. Go
being,
ahead.
I was
You
just
go ahead.
saying
Go
that,
ahead.
you know, we have been blessed to come across real men with real male energy that speak truth. You don't find that today. So when I look at all the stuff that's going on, I'm just like, it saddens my heart that people can't see truth when it's right in front of you. Or is it a generational thing that they're younger, they're in their 30s? I have no clue. I don't know. But it's like, wake up. Hello. I mean,
Yeah.
you
And
guys have
Alex,
done nothing but been kind, been there for everybody, tried to show truth. And like I said the other night on the stream, I'm like, you guys walked away and came back and showed up with, Eddie O'Brien, 38 episodes and didn't bother a soul. But they couldn't handle that. That's not on you or them. On them, it is, I think. Why are you coming at them? Leave us alone. Can you, if you don't want to be in a place of peace, then walk away and
but even if
stop
that's the
it.
case, Terry, and I've said this too, you're responsible for your own peace. So don't go into spaces where that's going to get affected either. Because also then,
Mm,
you know, at that point, like I know myself. I told you this earlier. You don't think that there's a
mm.
fiery Latina asleep? Oh, she's asleep. Okay. And I had to work really hard to put my emotions in a more regulated way because I was completely just getting triggered by everything. And I was like, wait, I have control over this?
Oh, yeah,
Would you believe
no,
it?
I
So
know.
here we
But
are.
we get that. But at the end of the day, I mean, when you look at this whole situation, I mean, let's really sit back and look at it. Nobody here has done anything wrong. All that's been done in this space is ask a question. And if you can't ask a question as a journalist, quote unquote, as a whoever, and then you're berated for that, that is just, shame on that. And, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm just going to throw it out there. I don't think after tonight we should ever speak about his name or the other one, the Glare's name, and keep them out of the chat, out of the mouth, anything, and see what happens. Because why feed a beast? Because I really think they're beasts in my head. You know, they want that. They want the feed. They want to hear it. They want to see it. They want to know it. You know what? Just say, you know what? Today is the day that we say no more his name and no more his name and end it. And if you can't deal with that, get out. And I guarantee you're going to have the same subscribers or more. Um, I just, he just thrives on the attention. I might be wrong, but my theory.
Well, Terry, I
Um,
appreciate you coming up, okay? And we'll talk to you soon, all right, girl?
Bye,
all right.
Terry.
Much
I'll
love.
hit
Peace
you
and
up soon.
Thank you, Terry.
Bye.
peace and love, Terry. Terry, ladies and gentlemen. Terry,
Thank you,
ladies and gentlemen.
Terry.
What's going on, Avril?
Hello, beautiful people. How are you?
We're
Avril.
we're
It's
okay. What's
so
happening?
awesome to see all of you. I normally would never call in, ever, ever, ever. And I just want to let you know that I'm like emotionally drained for
Oh,
Alex, for everybody. But I started out on the Turtle Boy um, stream, and I was just like completely horrified that he was honing in on his background and not that he was a victim. So I just wanted to say before I cry that like what you have going on here is so spiritual, and having Jimmy here to like go through it, and all of you, like every single one of you, is just really amazing. Like you helped a lot of people. I went through something very minimal in my mind, but never cried about it. 41 years later, I literally sobbed tonight. My daughter's gone through something very serious, and I know the whole process. So I guess my point with that was everything that he said is what a victim went through. This is not bullshit. This isn't a joke. He's not trying. I don't know who. We don't know the details with the other guy, but this is a guy who is a victim. Every single thing that he said. So I just wanted to thank you guys for being so awesome and all that stuff. I don't really want
Thank
to,
you. Thank
thank
you,
you,
Avril.
Avril.
yeah,
Thank
have a good
you.
night and great to
You
see you
too.
all.
You too.
Appreciate you. Thanks for the input, girl.
Yeah,
You got
thank
it.
you.
We'll talk
Thank
soon.
you.
Bye bye. Love
Bye.
you all.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Peace. Avril actually, we actually met Avril.
Yeah.
Me and
Ah,
Kevy Kev. Yeah,
that's
we
so
met her.
awesome.
Yeah, we met Avril. Nice people. She actually got us some presents.
Oh,
She hooked
she's
us up.
awesome.
Yeah, she's a nice woman, and yeah, man, she seems like a little shook up. I mean, that's what happens. It's like there's a lot. That's why they call it a stream. It's up, it's down, it's wavy, and that's why I say swim good because you just never know where the stream and the current is going to take you. And I'm glad I had Chimmy here tonight to say, hey, let's not battle back right now because there's so much bad shit being said. It's insanity, but I just and it's not for me. And like you said, it would make it look like if it was me if I said something, and because that's not the point of the show tonight. And that shouldn't have been the point of his show tonight. Alex was on his show, like you said. It could have just been handled, way differently. Put the suit on, played the whole gimmick, the whole shit. Where was I just don't understand like why he's so caught up in trying to hurt people, you know, and that's a problem. And there's no more passes. Dude likes to hurt people. I don't like to hurt people. I like to help people. I really do. You could see these people say all this fucking shit about me, but I feel like they don't have no idea who I really am. Like I help a lot of people, as much as I can. And that's the only way you get anything in life. That's the way it works. The only way to keep it is to give it. That's just the way it works. Like that's it. So if you want to hurt people, go ahead. But that ain't gonna do nothing for you in the long run. Trust and believe. Would you believe
You
it?
did that. Yeah, you did that. And you know what? Like, this is the one of the heavier shows, but look at how many people it touched and the people that matter and that were receptive to it. And that's the impact that it makes because now those people are healing and now it ripples outward. And people could think, oh, this lady is talking all her like spiritual or whatever. Well, you know what? I'd rather be this way, wrinkleless, even almost at 40. Thank you, genetics. But
Right.
also no stress
Tattoo.
because Tato.
Right.
No stress because I truly just am very content and very happy with where I am and comfortable in my own energy, skin, etc. Like I'm not here to prove anything to anyone and we are all somebody. I may not have a platform entirely, like it doesn't matter. Like the what I did
But you got one
here,
now.
the
You got one now. And you should have a
thank you.
platform.
And
You
that'll
should you
come
should
in
do that.
time. That'll
Yeah,
come in
in
You should
time.
time.
It
definitely
takes
help a lot
it
of
takes
people.
it takes work, you know what I mean? Once you do it, you gotta cultivate it and shit. It's
Yeah,
like
but
anything else.
you guys facilitated a space for me to, find a new gift and hone in on it. And I'm really grateful for that. So
Because
I
you
didn't
gotta
think
like
I could.
in this situation, you gotta understand behind the scenes, me, Kevy, Jay Bro, we talk. And we're like, tonight's stream, we're gonna watch this. We're gonna watch this, and we're gonna and we told Jimmy, you want to watch it with us, and we want to see, how this interview is gonna go. And then we seen how it went. And and then from that energy we took it here. And and then Alex jumped in and 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 Jimmy did what she did. And Alex opened up to her, felt comfortable, and he's comfortable
Felt
in the
safe.
chat, and he felt safe, and he spoke his truth. You know what I mean? And with nothing, there was nothing. It doesn't make a difference. Like I said, the story does not change. It's always been the same, you know. Um, and he did everything he possibly could to try to prove to that man tonight. He said, I went to the police. I did this. I did that. You know, I'm the, what's up? I just,
You still have to.
yeah. And, he went and not only that, think about that blog, man, how you hurt that man, you know? It's sad because I seen pictures of him and his kids, how much he changed and shit. It's like, it's just fucked up, man. A guy's not gonna risk all that. You know what I mean? For what? There's nothing to monetize off of. What is he gonna get off Ray from Dallas? Ray from Dallas screens for hours for punk cash apps. You know what I mean? Like, what's he gonna really get from it? And he's not asking. It's not like he's like, all right, y'all, I'll see you tomorrow.
30 people.
He's not like, you know what I'm saying? He's not like, yo, everybody, I'll check you out tomorrow on the next stream. He said, I don't know if you're ever gonna see me again.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't come from someone who's looking for something. I'm just saying, like, think about that. Like, I mean, I'm just trying to give everybody something to think about, and then to say, why ain't this person talking? But we already been down that road. But Jimmy, tonight you were awesome. You were great, and I appreciate you being
Thank
here.
you.
And we will be talking soon for sure. So Jimmy, I'm gonna let you go right now.
Yes.
Jimmy, you need to get some sleep. It's 2 a.m.
Yes, I know.
God damn.
Thank you, Jimmy. You're amazing.
You're
Thank you,
amazing,
guys.
Jimmy. You did your thing tonight, and as Jay Bro would say, you did nothing wrong. You didn't do this. So don't feel any guilt. I don't know if that comes with it. I don't know what comes with this. This is all new to me, but we help somebody.
can't
That's
feel
all.
guilt. We have to feel like good.
We help somebody, right?
Yeah, like, to be honest, like, I'll just say again, I want to thank you all for being open to let me be here. And I didn't know what to expect. I just kind of treated him just from a human level. And I'm happy that people were able to get something out of this conversation and that we were able to raise some kind of awareness, and that people were healing today. So, I'm very grateful to you guys for allowing me to be here and to use this platform to speak. And, I'm very grateful for it. So thank you guys so much again. And to Alex, if you're still watching, we're very grateful for you, and best of luck to you in everything that's moving forward in your life. You know where we are. We're always here for you. And I know the chat supports you as well. And you have a community that backs you. So I'll leave it with that. And chat, thank you. I love you all. I'm going to be doing
Jimmy,
these a lot, or these.
You're my girl. Can I get one thing from you real quick? Can I get a would you believe it? Can I get that from you?
Would you believe it?
Let's go. Appreciate you, girl.
All right, you guys have a good night.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Peace and love, Jimmy. Peace and love. Jimmy,
Bye.
ladies and gentlemen. Let's take it to the Lower East Side real quick for Jimmy real quick. Let's take it with a little bit of Mona Lisa, Jimmy. Yes. Put your peace signs up for Jimmy. Peace signs up for Jimmy.
Is it a problem that you keep holding on to? Lately you've been acting kinda strange, and I wanna know if your feelings for me have changed. Can you tell me what's going on in your mind?
coming. He's handling business now.
Be canceling that membership. Y'all straight lied when JFK asked about the cut. Come on. What cut you talking about? He didn't. He had no. See, this is what you don't understand, lady. Can I call you lady? Do you mind? Can I call you lady? Do you mind? What did you get out of that? Keep in mind, this guy wasn't watching TB. Okay, cancel the membership. Do me a favor. While you cancel the membership, there's a bathroom door. You can walk through that bathroom door. There's a sink, right? You can bang your head off the sink and then fall all the way back. And after you fall all the way back, make sure you pack it all the way the fuck up. All right? Thank you.
Deuces.
Because, let's speak to that real quick. This guy turned around like he already had that lined up. That was part of the next question with the like he had that already, like he went all the way down the rabbit hole of the glass, the cut on his hand. Like, he went to this dude's whole Facebook, right? And he thinks that's journalism. And then he said, look at my wrist. He never said when he said, look at my wrist, you guys have no idea. He never said, look at my wrist, you guys don't know. He was just basically saying that when he got cut on his wrist, it made him think like, that shit didn't even hurt me. Like I could just bleed out right now. Like and I'm paraphrasing what he said, but I don't understand. Like he answered that question pretty damn truthful, I thought.
And on that post, he said, thank God I didn't hit the main vein. So the big vein, sorry, that was his word, big vein.
Becky says she understood his, and I don't want to speak for him. And this live been going on now for almost 4 hours. So let me say that with a disclaimer. It's been a lot said. I was behind stage when they talked about it. I just brought it up. Miss 808 said I got what he meant. But like, why can't we believe him? Like, can we do that? And I'm not saying the long game is, and I'm not telling the long game is to believe him. I'm not telling anybody to do anything that they don't want to do. That's not what we're doing here. We're just I'll let Jay Bro say, he says it the best.
Which part? There's a couple things you say I say the best.
You always say, like, I'm not telling them what to do. All we're here to do is what?
We're only here to bring out facts. That's all we're here for.
And I think like when I checked him, when TB tried to say, look, he said he was going to kill himself, but he really cut himself with glass. He lied about that, so he's lying about this. And this is coming from the same guy who's on the floor crying and shit. It's coming from the same guy who lied about recording Karen, the same guy who lied about this, lied about that, lied about James Jackson. Let's keep in mind, this guy takes a girl. There's a girl, her name's Lindsay. The girl said, you did something to me. He gets arrested on Christmas Eve or some shit like that. Gets arrested, gets locked up for 60 days. This is a guy that doesn't want to do a day. No one wants to do a day in jail, but he ends up doing 60 days behind this girl's fuckery. Now here we are in 2025, well, 2026 now, but in 2025, he buddies back up with her. The same person who takes him away from his family, same person that wanted him in jail, same person in that space and time when she said that he did these crazy allegations, he took a a recording, took it from a computer, sent it to him to a Facebook Messenger so he could watch it on the big screen. So he wanted to watch his little movie, right, on the big screen of a girl who said that he took advantage of. Then she backtracks the story. They get cool again. And then he does a spaces. James Jackson jumps on the space and he puts her on the space with James Jackson. to fight James Jackson. He uses her to fight James Jackson, and she calls James Jackson the unthinkable and accuses him of a crime that he never corrected to this day. So this is the same guy. Based on this dude's track record, we're supposed to believe anything this guy says. It's mad funny how he tries to throw receipts out there, and it's just like, and the thing is, everything with him is calculated. This kid right here, he just answered that off the chest like that. You know, he's like, "Oh, that? Yeah, let me tell you how I felt about that." As if like, if it did hit the main vein, I could just bleed out right now. Like it wouldn't even fucking matter. That's what I got out of it.
Exactly.
I mean,
Exactly. That's exactly how I took it.
You should worry about that.
That's real right there. That's facts.
And that's facts. And little Ralphie, does that look legit? Does that look like some Texas shit? Is that what the badge looks like in Texas? What's it say right there? It says assault, homicide, robbery. I mean, look at the numbers. 214. Wait a minute. Ain't you Ralphie? Little Ray from Dallas 214? Oh, wow. Looks legit to me. That 214 number. That's what you should worry about.
God damn.
But you should be mad at your boy TB because you knew what you were dealing with. And you should have told him not to do that. You should have took a blog being written on you before you take this guy coming out talking about you.
TB just screwed him even more than he's going to be screwed because you know what? That story everybody's going to see. They're not going to pay attention to the criminal record of a victim. They're going to pay attention to the name who assaulted the victim. And then that's going to get out there. And then there's going to be possibly, you never know, the domino effect.
You want to say anything in closing, Jay, bro?
Let me go last. Let me think about it. Let Kevy Kev go first, please.
Kevy Kev, deep thinker, Kevy Kev.
God damn.
You did good tonight, Kevy Kev.
I'll tell you, I've seen a lot. I said a lot. And, tonight, Alex opened that door for other people to show, to speak up. And
prayers up,
Renee. That door being opened by Alex allows other people to walk through it as well. And I think that's a great point. It was, a huge movement for Alex to get ahead of this and put it behind him. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but it's a start. And I think he's on the right path,
Norman Corey says some victims cut and do dangerous stuff to themselves, not caring if they get hurt, punching a window. Gifted 10 J.F.K. memberships. Thank you so much. Not today, Satan. Appreciate you. And here's the thing, though, too. I hope that this fucking clown, Will Henry, doesn't do a petty stream on this shit.
Oh,
Will Henry, I know he's probably thinking, but he's watching right now. Will Henry, do me a favor and use your fucking head. Don't do that to yourself. You need to stop the bullshit. You were wrong. So far, you're wrong. If you're gonna do any stream, have Ray from Dallas on your show and speak to this. Do your journalistic part. Let's hear the reason why he's lying. Your man Aiden had his chance. He did some ass backwards journalism, and that's the result he got. If he would have did the journalism the right way, he would have got it would have went a lot better. He would have got, you know what I mean? It would have just been a better look. He got so mad that someone didn't agree with his style of blogging.
Yeah,
I want to say something now.
Go for it.
I got in this win a little bit after July, maybe August.
Fair.
We put out the Francis story. We put out the Eddie O'Brien story. We're kind of working on the Kelsey story. We're working on this story now. Bro, they haven't worked on any story since the Karen Reed. What the fuck are they doing? Why, like, do stories. Stop with the bullshit, bro. You're claiming you're here for justice and corruption. I don't see none of that coming from them. I see it coming from our show, though. So they need to stop with that. Like I told them the other day, when you turn on that mic, put that mirror in front of your face, because you guys are talking to yourself. You're not talking to us. We know what we're about. And we're about bringing the facts, which you're not.
Well, there you go.
God damn. God damn, Jay. You all caught up,
You're a
Jay?
little man.
I'm caught
And
up.
your life
damn.
will always suck because of you. You're a rat. And you're not ruining my life because my life is still fucking good. Unlike yours.
Gotta believe there is something inside of me. You might say, how could you so fast? Is the way you make me feel hard to understand. There is a way I can meet your demand. If you see the sun in my eyes, it should be of no surprise. It's the light of love inside of me. Now tell me, what do you see in my eyes? And I wanna show you, girl. And I wanna know you tonight.
Peace and love, everybody. We'll see you next stream. Let's go.
Goodbye, yesterday. I'm living in the light of a new day. I won't waste another minute in my old ways. Praise the Lord, I've been born again. Goodbye, yesterday. I'm living in the light of a new day. I won't waste another minute in my old ways. Praise the Lord, I've been born
Yeah, be safe, J.F.K. I'll see you.
Sorrow for something to sing. Now I'm dancing on the grave of I wanna Stay